Well, we are live. Good evening, everybody. Sorry about the technical difficulties, but we are finally live here at the Proficiency Bonus Twitch channel. We're so glad that you're here tonight to join us on this adventure of Storm King's Thunder. This is our live launch party, so we're glad that you're joining us and tuning in. If you are having a good time and enjoying the adventure, don't forget to hit that follow button and give us a follow. Right now, I'm just going to kind of introduce the cast, and we're going to go through, give them an opportunity to share what characters they're going to be playing. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over so we can see all these wonderful people. We're going to get Matthew's camera back online here again. We'll get them all back on there. There they are. There they are. They are back. So first off, we're just going to kind of I'm going to introduce this is our wonderful cast for this evening. We're going to go ahead and we're going to introduce ourselves and our characters that we're going to be playing tonight. So starting with Matthew, why don't you take us away there, Matthew? Nice. All right, JJ, why don't you introduce yourself and your character? Nice. Fantastic. Go ahead. The other Matt, MG. Yeah, go ahead. Go. Awesome. Well, now we'll go to Zosimos. Excellent. All right, we'll go on to Christy. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, before we begin into the story, I just did want to throw a quick shout out and a thank you to Team MZ for their support. We are a proud member of the Team MZ family, and if you're a small streamer and you need some support on how to get your name out there, get some people to come watch you and follow you on Twitch or any of the other social media outlets, you should definitely go check them out. So, a huge shout out to them. I know Matthew is also a member, and he is also a DM for this channel. So you can tune in to watch Curse of Strahd live on Tuesday evenings from 8 to 11 Eastern Standard Time with him at the helm running that adventure. And Curse of Strahd gets kind of creepy. So if you're into the horror occult kind of scene like that, that is definitely one to tune into. So, are we ready for some D&D, folks? Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, oh, that was me. I heard myself. It's that wonderful Twitch delay, right? Well, so we're just gonna go ahead and dive right in and do some storytelling tonight. with our wonderful cast. So uh, to start out, so the story is told. Moby, it wasn't long ago that you received a summons, a um, a summons from the local temple of Ilmater. Um, your your burrow wasn't too far away from the larger city of Daggerford, and this is the larger temple of Ilmater that's in Daggerford is the place where you received this summons. It was received in a pretty crude envelope with a wax seal with a symbol of two hands embedded into the red wax, kind of crossing like this and bound together with some kind of string or strand. You recognize this symbol is this symbol of that temple of Ilmater, and the summons came to you from a high priest by the name of Dorn Ambercrown. You have had some dealings with him in the past, primarily because he sees a lot in you and sees your compassion towards others. And you know that the Temple of Ilmater is a very modest establishment. Ilmater is a god of martyrdom, a god of self sacrifice. And they don't primarily build luxurious temples for their service. Rather, most of their buildings are seen more as almost like shelters for homeless and oppressed individuals, which is what this temple is. So you've done some things for them in the past, and you have a very good relationship with this temple and Dorn, even though you're not 100% sure of your calling at this point in time. Callista, you also have received a summons from the very same temple. And you have actually had some dealings in the past with this temple as a guide and as a tracker for them. Not only do they house homeless individuals, but they also house people who were born with certain disabilities. And sometimes those with severe mental disabilities tend to wander off. And you've actually helped that temple actually go out into the wilderness and find some of these people that have wandered away and brought them back to safety. And that's why you're receiving this summons. And in this summons, they are actually asking you to be a special guide for a group of adventurers to partake in a mission. Now, they do offer you to pay you 25 gold pieces up front, with additional funds coming later, based on the success of the party in general. Now, and you know, Callista, that it's very rare, especially for a temple like this, to offer payment because they're very modest. Like they expect people to do things out of their good heart. So the fact that you're getting paid this much money from that temple is they really have a high respect for you and what you can do, and also they have a lot of confidence in your abilities. So you should be flattered. um, Diana, you have also received a similar summons, and Zos, did you ever pick on your character sheet the god that you decided to serve, or is it okay to have you serve the god Ilmater? Okay. Okay. You cut out a little bit on me. Were you okay with that? Can you guys hear me? Okay. 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 I think she's talking, but I can't hear her. Why can't I hear her? Okay, cool, cool, cool. Because that would actually tie in really well with the beginning of this adventure. so, you have received a summons as well from the Temple of Ilmater, um, because the High Priest Dorn has always seen the divine inspiration of Ilmater within you. Now, you have been a little hesitant and haven't been around the temple as much as Dorn would have liked you to be. So he's hoping that the summons will kind of reel you back in and to help you see your calling and help you see the just the power of Ilmater and what he can do for you. He sees a lot of compassion in you. He sees a lot of self-sacrifice in you, which just aligns so much with what Ilmater stands for. And he really wants to see you continue down that route. But he also senses a little bit of hesitation in you. Just not just it's kind of subtle things that he's picking up on. He's a very wise high priest at this temple. Um, Molfin, you you have been very intrigued lately by what is happening in your family. Apparently, Moby has kind of reeled in Lachlan from the troublesome streets of Daggerford. Who, Lachlan, he kind of went off the deep end a little bit, and and, and his family is reaching out to Moby for help because they see a lot of the same qualities that the high priest saw. They just see his goodness and they see his willingness to serve others, and they think that the best the best thing for Lachlan is to have that kind of role model around at all times. Someone who can be there for him. You're laughing already. This is great. So just someone to keep him out of trouble, to help him focus on good things rather than picking people's pockets. Just something that really just to be an inspiration to him. So 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 Molfin, you've seen all this kind of occur, and you've almost taken it upon yourself to be that grandfatherly figure. I think most of it is curiosity. I think I think it's one of those situations where it's like, man, I've got to see this. This is gonna be good. Yeah. But go ahead, Matthew. Would there be any other thoughts or anything that you would have as to why you're kind of intrigued by this? Oh yeah, this is getting good already. We didn't even start. This is awesome. Excellent. And Lachlan, I tell you what, you have been causing your relatives just their hair is graying, they're losing their hair. You're just causing them a lot of problems right now. Being in that you just kind of like coming and going when you please, coming in with things that are not your property. Um, you've made some bad life choices, and you've been kind of not necessarily against your will because you kind of feel like you've gone off the deep end and you need to be reeled back in. It's just you're still prone to that side that wants to just pick a pocket every now and again. Or man, I could open that door. It's locked, but I could open it. So but now you've been kind of entrusted with Moby as kind of like your figure of inspiration right now. And when he received the summons and he goes, you've decided, yes, yeah, you're gonna go with him and you're gonna try to do your best. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch you guys over to something. We're gonna go to a map. And I'm probably going to have to adjust the music. Up, and you know what? I need to also adjust one more thing. If you bear with me for just 1 second. Can you guys hear the music?
Oh, this is intense. Yeah.
Is it too loud?
No, it's good volume.
It is kind of
Right?
too intense, isn't it?
It may be your web browser. I have that problem with some of them.
Okay.
I'm going to turn it down just a little bit so it's not too overpowering. Okay. Maybe go a little bit more. You guys have actually been traveling by a larger carriage, being pulled by 4 horses. You had left the city of Daggerford, left the Temple of Elmater, and you're headed towards the town of Nightstone, which you should be able to see on your map. I'm going to shift ping it so that everybody can see on our viewers. And after about 2 days of, well, before I tell you guys all that, I wanted to just describe the meeting with the high priest. He lets you guys all know that there have been some issues going on in Nightstone, and that the proprietor of Nightstone had reached out to the Temple of Ilmater for help. Apparently, the elves of the Ardeep Forest have been at odds with the people of Nightstone for basically 2 centuries. It spans all across the generation of the Nandars, which is the name of the nobles who established Nightstone. Apparently, what Nightstone started out as is originally they had had a small fortress or temple inside the Ardeep Forest that they used for nobles to come in from Waterdeep to do exploration of the old ruins of the wood elven culture. They also had hunting expeditions where guides would lead the nobles out into the forest just for hunting for sport. The elves didn't like this, not one bit. When they hunt for need. They don't hunt for trophies. And they don't like it when outside explorers come into their ruins and start to plunder everything that's there. So they started being hostile towards these people, ended up casting them out. Well, about 10 years ago, the Nandars returned and they built Nightstone to try to reestablish that ability to go into that forest. Recently, they've had some big trouble. About a year ago, the Wood Elves from the Ardeep Forest actually attacked Nightstone and killed the Lord of the Keep at Nightstone, leaving the lady, a widow, to basically run Nightstone for the last year. Even though there hasn't been any hostility since then, there's still this concern that she has that people are still coming to Nightstone and kind of secretly hiring guides and going into the forest without her permission, basically. She wants to be at peace. Unfortunately, the people of Nightstone and those that are traveling to Nightstone, under the impression that they're going to get to do some awesome trophy hunting or some awesome exploration where they might find something of value, they don't really agree with her method of thinking. So, she's asked for a group of whoever was available to help in order to embark upon a diplomatic mission to try to solve this issue, try to ease the tensions between Nightstone and these elves. So, you guys are on the high road inside a relatively large wagon. The temple actually has you traveling with another group a group of 3 individuals. One is an acolyte. Her name is Natasha Greenfeather. And she is looked highly upon in the temple of Ilmater and Daggerford. And the high priest sees a lot in her, but knows that she needs more experience and education. So she's actually being sent to Waterdeep for additional training and education in the Ilmater Temple. She's also traveling with a bodyguard. Her name is Miri Greycastle. She's a human with short blonde hair. It is wearing chainmail. Has a long sword kind of over her back, and a wooden shield that has these iron castings around it. And also the driver, his name's Earl. Earl Totemfoot. Kind of a dirty-looking human. Looks like he hasn't washed his hair in maybe a week and a half.
Are they all human?
They are all human. Natasha is a Kalashite human, which has relatively darker skin, poofy brown hair. She is wearing what look like simple white robes, but she has this vest on that's made out of some type of fur or hair. And if anybody would like to make, if anybody wants to make a religion check, you can go ahead and roll a religion check.
Hey, I can do that.
Sure, why not?
Oh, wow.
I have proficiency in that. I'll take a shot. Not that it sounds like I needed to.
Callista, that's a good way to start out.
I ain't even that religious.
Awesome. Well, actually, Mulfin and Callista, you both roll high enough. The vest that she wears is what their priestly garments look like for the Temple of Ilmater. They wear fur or hair as like a symbol of humility, rather than adorn themselves with a lot of decorative elements. It just goes with the that humble nature of someone who serves Ilmater, willing to put themselves last and everybody else first. So she's wearing that vest, and she's riding along with you guys. The bodyguard is actually riding in the cart with you. Of course, Earl is outside, and unfortunately for Earl, there's a very light rain falling outside. Can you guys hear the rain?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't hear anything, but I think that's just my browser.
Okay. But there's a very light rain falling, and you guys can hear it kind of patting off the hide roof. Imagine an old, like, covered wagon. Maybe a little bit bigger in size, but covered in something that isn't necessarily... It's more of a hide covering than it is canvas. And you guys can hear the clop of the hooves of the horses on the high road as you guys make your way. Earl is driving the cart relatively slowly because he's trying to keep going. He's not stopping for camp. Even though Nightstone is about a 3-day journey, he doesn't want to stop for camp. He stops maybe every 8 hours for about roughly 30 to 45 minutes to feed the horses and maybe give them a quick break. But he kind of deliberately paces them slower, so that way they can kind of keep on traveling through the night. So you guys are all sitting in the cart together. Dry from the rain. Every once in a while, the flaps in the back will kind of open up and let a little bit of the rainwater in. Lachlan tries to dodge it from getting wet.
Oh.
And this is just a quick moment to give you guys a little bit of RP time if you'd like to RP anything out.
Asher's just sitting in the corner, and she has her hood up so you can't see her face. Or not Asher, Callista, sorry.
Gotcha.
Lachlan, do you have to move so much? It's only water.
It's getting me wet. Here, let's trade seats. You deal with it.
Fine, we'll move the next time the thing stops. I'm not standing in this accursed invention while it's still in motion.
And I'm assuming this grumbling's been going on for hours, right? Callista has a headache.
Natasha looks towards Diana and is like, Diana, I haven't seen you at the temple recently. Have you been around?
Oh, yeah. Yes, I've been rather busy trying to yeah, haven't been around much. Sorry.
Well, I just wanted to tell you that we all miss you very much, and it's just you brighten up the place whenever you walk in. It's just it's just sad to see that you haven't been there in a while. I just wanted you to know that.
Oh, thank you, Natalia. Really, I'll try and be around more. Is my connection bad again?
Yeah.
No, I heard you. I heard you loud and clear.
I heard you
Oh.
till you taper it off at the end.
That's weird. But back to the roleplay, I
Oh,
guess.
yeah. So she also starts and looks towards Moby. It's like, so Moby, you had no problems agreeing to this task that Dorn had for you.
I don't see why I would. I mean, it's a good opportunity to get this one out of the streets and get him doing something kind of good for himself.
Well, you
What do you mean, this one?
couldn't have picked a finer individual. And she kind of smiles at you, Moby, and is like, "Well, I know that Dorn thinks very highly of you, and he speaks wonderful things of just your character and just the person that you are. I'm sure that this little fellow next to you will see all those wonderful things in you."
I mean, in the scheme of things, aren't we all little fellows? I mean,
Are any of you here for any religious reason?
I'm quite devoted myself.
Are you really?
Absolutely.
Really?
Natasha seems to chuckle a little bit.
don't pay any attention to him. He's winding you up.
The bodyguard Miri is basically, she's basically just sitting there with like this stern look on her face the entire time, almost as if she has no desire to be here whatsoever, but understands what her mission is. But she's just that kind of just rock solid, straightforward look. She's not like huge or muscular or anything, but she's just the facial expression that she has is just intimidating in general. And Natasha looks to all of you and she says, "Well, once we arrive to the road to Nightstone, there we will part ways, and you guys will be in the hands of your guide Callista over there. And she will guide you the rest of the way to Nightstone as we continue on to Waterdeep for my training."
Shouldn't be a problem.
And I'm assuming you will be leaving this contraption with us, so that we will not be getting wet on the rest of this journey.
Oh, we have another day's travel until we get to that point. I'm sure it'll be finished raining by then. I'm sure of it.
Guys, we have to walk, guys.
Of
this
course
what I'm
we
hearing?
have to walk.
We're all very capable. It'll be fine. Don't worry.
At least I'm capable.
I mean, I can walk. I'm just saying.
Okay, well, you guys actually continue traveling a little bit longer, and eventually you get to... First of all, you notice that it definitely does stop raining. and you get to the intersection, which is on your map. If I'm shift pinging it right here, if you guys can see it on your map, it's basically where the high road continues on towards Waterdeep, but then there's also this other trail that leads off to Nightstone. Basically, at this point, you guys, the carriage is left with Natasha and her bodyguard. They take the rest of the supplies that they've got there, and they basically look towards you guys and say, basically towards Callista is where she looks at. She's like, "No, I trust that you can take them from here, correct?"
They'll be fine.
Well, she looks at the rest of you and she's like, "Well, this is where we part ways."
Yep. See ya.
Done.
And I just start walking.
Okay. So Callista just starts walking down the path, and you guys see Earl.
Thank you very much for letting us use your carriage.
Oh, it just didn't make much sense for us to send 2 different carriages on this journey when we could save the necessary funding where we could use to serve people in other ways.
I agree, but thank you so much.
The minute the acolyte says that, Molfin turns his back on and starts grumbling. Making a man of my age walk? What sort of cut-rate journey is this thing?
You said it, Gramps.
Come along, you two. We have to walk. I want to get this over with.
Awesome. You guys see Earl on the back grab the reins, and he's got this like he's just sopping wet from being like driving the cart this whole time and not getting very many breaks, and he just kind of looks over to you guys and just like a quick and then just starts like hitting the using the reins to smack the horses and get them moving again. And
Have a nice day, Earl.
Yes, it was a pleasure to meet you too.
Peace be with you.
You don't know what language that was.
At least he smells better now.
I am waiting for them about 100 yards away.
All right. Yeah, Callista's already moved up the trail.
I'm waiting.
All right.
I start walking towards Callista.
Awesome.
Molfin's following along, leaning heavily on his staff.
I'm trudging behind Molfin.
I'm behind them, making sure they don't do anything stupid.
Yeah.
Because they will.
Moby's in perfect position to smack somebody on the back of the head if he needs to. So you guys start heading in the direction of Nightstone, and Callista has actually, although Callista, you haven't been in Nightstone, but you've been around Nightstone. You know where it is, so you don't have any problem getting everybody there. Basically, the map that you guys can see right here, Callista, you've had experience in all these areas.
Yeah.
Outside of this zone, maybe not so much.
I imagine I'd be staying in like the foresty nature areas. Like I wouldn't be on the main roads anyway.
Yeah. You don't necessarally travel by main road usually, but with a party this size and maybe this inexperienced, it's probably something that you would want to stick to.
Yeah, exactly.
Get lost in a bush.
You're worried about
I'm not
Molfin.
that mean.
You're worried about Molfin too, and walking in his cane and everything. Yeah, how he would be able to walk through the forest. It would be, even though he is a gnome,
he does have shorter legs.
He does have shorter legs, older shorter legs.
It's all for sure.
Well, if one of the tall ones would just carry me, we'd be there already.
So you guys do some traveling. You travel for quite a while. Maybe about 8 miles you guys walk. Molfin is really starting to feel it right now. He's like over.
Molfin, was it? Anything?
I'll slow my pace.
Lachlan, grab a side. I'll take the other. We'll just hoist him up, and we'll share the load. How about that?
Oh, would you
need a healing word or something? I can help. I can help with it.
can help with it.
Oh.
He needs like some kind of little bag that he can go, blowing it out of.
I'm gonna like
Plus, has
chuck
little
his arm around
packages
me and
of-
like take one side to try and hoist him up.
I'm kind of on the other side, like.
Thank
Get
you,
rocks
lads.
in your pockets.
Yeah.
Well, only one small bag of stones, but there's only 10 or 12 in there.
Nice.
Lachlan, just look at it this way. Once you've done this, this is your good deed for the day.
Oh, needed some sleep after this one.
And as you guys are walking, Lachlan, you just step in a huge mud puddle, and it sinks down farther with the weight of Molphin on you, and Callista's been dodging every bit of mud and everything. Like, she's just been walking on all the grassy patches in the trail and everything. She looks perfectly fine. You guys are all like, you got mud like up to your knees
What a
and
mess.
stuff. And, yeah, it's getting messy.
I think this is tomorrow's good deed too.
Don't get ahead of yourself.
Okay, so after carrying Molphin for another mile, Callista's continuing to lead out front, seemingly like she's got kind of like her hood basically over her head. She only peers back every now and again just to make sure that you're still there. So she's kind of pushing on, and eventually you guys start to hear a sound in the distance, and it sounds like this. Let's see, here we go.
I can't hear. You have to describe it.
I can describe it.
I can't hear either.
Ooh,
Can any of you hear that?
that is potentially foreboding.
You start to hear the sound of a bell.
Oh, okay.
And it sounds like a large bell being rung over and over again.
Dinner time?
And Callista, you know it's coming from the direction of Nightstone, which is probably you feel like it's only another mile until you get to Nightstone. So this is,
Okay.
in order for you guys to be able to hear this bell, it's got to be it's got to be like a temple bell or something. It's not like a little dinner bell that somebody's ringing. It's something big.
Does it sound like a potential alarm?
Everybody can roll survival checks. It's a great question, Callista.
I might be a bit slow on this one. Internet connections.
This is not my strength.
It's not bad.
Quite literal. Oh, not bad.
Not too bad.
Do we need everyone to?
You don't have to if you don't want to, but you can if you want. It's totally up to you.
Too.
That'll be a big. I'm kind of covered in mud and carrying a grown
Plenty of time
gnome.
to look around. I'm getting carried.
Yeah, Molphin, after the last mile of being carried, you're like the bottom of your. Are you wearing like a robe or something?
Yeah, it's a sort of like grayish, sort of just plain, almost I'd say like an acolyte-esque type appearance just from all the time in the library.
Well, while Lachlan and Moby's clothing is getting a little bit more damp because of the weight they're carrying, yours is actually starting to dry up a bit. So,
Must be nice.
unfortunately, it's starting
Definitely
to
a bit
harden a
more
little bit.
comfortable.
Callista, you know that some towns will have a warning bell that rings.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And if it rings like this over and over, it usually means that they're currently under siege.
Mm-hmm.
But you do know that person will continue ringing that bell until they're where the bell tower is, until they're killed or taken prisoner.
Okay.
And this bell just continues to ring.
I think we should pick up the pace.
I think these people need serious help. We should go.
Yeah, I start dashing off.
I follow her, dashing everything. Running.
Lachlan, you ready to run?
Moving at a quick pace. Still.
I'll do my best.
We both take off running with her.
Yep.
Morgan.
Morphin starts trying to kick his legs a little to move and just ain't gonna help.
Molphin, make an athletics check for me, please.
Oh, this is gonna be amusing. Well, at least I don't have a
Oh
negative.
no.
375 years old.
um,
Well.
Lachlan and Moby, make dexterity saving throws for me, please.
Oh no.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Dexterity saving throw.
Wow.
Let's see. Where do I do my saving throw in this sheet? Is that
It's just to the right of dexterity.
to the right of dexterity? Like just
Yeah,
click the word dexterity?
Just to the right of it, you'll see saving throws, and you click dexterity on it.
Yep, there
How
should
am I
be
not
a
seeing this?
there should be a saving throws right on that front page of your character sheet.
That's wild. How am I not seeing it?
Do you see where it says proficiency bonus?
It's right
Yeah.
under it.
Right underneath it.
Oh, got it.
Holy wow.
Damn.
Wow.
Lachlan coming through.
Well,
So basically, you guys start picking up the pace and running, and Molphin is trying to hold on, but he's so tired from walking that 8 miles that he starts to just like stumble backwards. And when he does that, it throws Moby off balance. He slips on some mud and falls down, and Lachlan is just standing there looking at both of you.
I circle back and I go to help.
So Diana comes and kind of pulls her hand out to both of you.
Are you okay? Here, I'll help you up.
Thank you, my dear. It's, for some reason, this one, and Molphin's going to reach over and take a swipe at the back of Moby's head. Dropped me on my rear.
Yeah. That's
If you
pretty bad.
just stopped kicking your legs about, we would have been fine.
They said we needed to hurry, and you two just weren't moving fast enough.
You guys need to pay more attention to the road.
We're not moving fast enough. We're carrying you. Come on.
I'm just.
The tall ones are getting impatient. Let us move along.
All right.
Okay. So you guys start picking up. Callista's already like she's at like
I'm gone.
she's booking it up there. So you guys are like almost having to track her in the muddy path all the way.
I'm
to
assuming if
Nightstone.
they stay on the road, they'll be okay.
Oh yeah.
I'm not
Oh, yeah.
straying off the road.
Dangerous assumption.
Oh.
So I'm actually going to move you guys over. You should be able to scroll down to the bottom of this and see something, and hopefully the rest of it is hidden.
Roll down.
Are you guys able to scroll down or zoom
I don't
out
see any.
and see
Yeah, I
something
don't-
at the bottom of the map?
Nothing at the bottom.
I'm
It's
barely
all
able to
black.
keep lagging.
Yeah.
Weird. Reveal areas.
Did you remember to put vision on our tokens?
Oh, that's right. We don't have tokens out. Let me put a token out for you.
Ooh.
I'm going to put tokens on here, but you're only going to see like the side view. It's not really like a map that you can... Moby, you should be able to see now. Lachlan, you should have sight down at the bottom.
Yep.
Molphin, you should have sight now.
Oh, yep.
Diana should have sight. Callista.
Okie I'll look for it.
There it is.
Wow.
Okay, so now, granted, I don't know why they did this in this adventure, but you guys are actually approaching from the opposite side. So you got to imagine that this keep area is to the right, and the windmill and temple area is to the left.
Mm.
Do you guys?
It's like
you guys
we'd
see
be
what I
over.
mean?
We'd be over here.
Yeah, you guys are on the opposite side of this.
Okay.
Okay. But as you start to approach, it's early evening, the sun is starting to set, but you still have a visual on the city, the town of Nightstone. And you can see it as you're approaching, and you can hear that the bell is getting louder as you approach. And Callista, you know for a fact that that bell is very much coming from that temple steeple that you can see
Yeah.
in the town of Nightstone.
Oh, shoot. Sorry.
So when the sound grows louder as it's coming into view, there's a river that flows around the settlement. Oh, we lost somebody.
That was me,
She's
sorry.
back.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool,
she's
cool,
back.
cool. Awesome. So there's a river that flows around the settlement, forming a moat, and the village itself is contained within a wooden palisade, beyond which you see a windmill, a tall steeple, which, Callista, you know that the bell is ringing from, and the high-pitched rooftops of several other buildings. Apart from the ringing of the bell, you detect no other activity in the village. The trail ends before a lowered drawbridge that spans the moat. Beyond the drawbridge, 2 stone watchtowers flank an open gap in the palisade. So it's basically like there's these 2 cobblestone towers, basically, with a wooden drawbridge that is stuck down, crossing the moat into the town of Nightstone. South of the village and surrounded by a river moat is a cone-shaped flat-top hill on which stands a stone keep enclosed by a wooden wall. The keep, which overlooks the village, has partially collapsed. A wooden bridge that once connected the keep to the village has also partially collapsed. And that is what you see and hear as you start to approach.
And have we all caught up and we're all together at this point?
Yes, you have all caught up. Callista kind of slowed down as she was kind of scoping the situation out. And you guys all kind of made your way back up to her as you see,
Yeah, I was waiting.
as you see this.
Wolfen's going to look over at Callista and say, 2 guard towers and not a person in sight.
Yeah, where are the
Yes.
guards? Can I do a
hope the
perception
elves
check?
and the humans haven't done anything silly.
You do have a valid point. I mean, they are humans. Dreadfully short attention spans on them. Almost as short as their lives.
Almost as short as you.
Look at his talking.
Humans aren't the smartest, I'll give you that.
Oh, that dreadful bell is still ringing. What?
Yeah, the bell is
Whatever
just
is it?
continuous, and it's getting louder and louder as
Can
you
we
guys get
hear
closer.
like anything other than the bell? Like, can we hear like movement or weaponry? Like any sort of clanging other than the bell?
From this distance, no.
No.
It's kind of eerie to you, Callista. You know that anytime you've been by Nightstone before, you were able to see at least 1 or 2 temple guards on every one of the towers. Even also being able to see people on top of the keep at times, keeping a lookout. So this is definitely odd to you.
Yeah, something's not right.
Diana, isn't this your church that we're going to? What can you tell us of this?
But it's definitely churchy.
Actually, Diana, you know that this temple is actually dedicated to 2 gods.
Okay.
The first one is Lathander, and the second one is Maliki. But they are relatively good-spirited, good-aligned gods, and they welcome the worship of Ilmater in the temple, as they do of many of other good-aligned gods.
This town actually, the temples are devoted to Lathander and Naliki, but they are very good-spirited, very welcoming. I would say that this is probably a very nice town, from just judging by the gods.
They're not welcoming someone, it sounds like. Or perhaps they're welcoming somebody.
Or perhaps someone is attacking them.
I think that's already happened.
Maybe,
How
I don't
far is the drawbridge from us? Like, it's up, right?
Yes, and it wouldn't take you very long to get there.
Yeah, I want to go up to it.
Okay, gonna head up to the drawbridge. Here, I'm gonna put your
Yeah.
tokens onto a different map, and it should start to. Let me just go ahead and I'm gonna have to drag you all individually here, or here. I'm just going to. What's happening here? Come on.
I literally just found us.
Yeah, you're real little.
We're tiny.
I don't know why it did that, but now it won't let me even select your tokens. So here we
Are
go.
you on the
Got it.
object up
Yeah,
there?
you guys are going to lose sight for just a minute here, okay?
Okay.
But I'm going to get you all situated. And make your tokens a little bigger. This is a ginormous map.
The world is
Molten's the same size. It's tiny.
So I'm going to start with Callista. Get her on the map. Make you a little bit bigger. And you're approaching the drawbridge. So you're going to have to scroll up a little bit to see where you're at.
Okay. It's still black, though.
You don't see anything?
I can see your token.
I can see my token, but it's on a black background.
Okay, let me check this. Huh, weird. I have dark vision set. Wonder why it's not working. Let me see. Maybe it's because I have... Do you think it's global illumination is doing it, Matthew?
It might be. It's hard to say for sure. Do
that
you
work?
have the area revealed?
It shouldn't need to be revealed, right? With
It depends on how it's said. It could be, if it's hidden, and even with the tokens in, it'll still hide it.
I think what's lights? Control L. Oh yeah, you should be able to see a little bit because you know what? I'm just going to get rid of this fog of war because it's not exactly dark yet. Can you see
Oh,
now?
there we go.
Oh, hey,
bit.
yeah,
Yeah.
fog of war gone. Now I can see, and I've got the whatchamacallit, dim vision, dark vision. So yeah, it's fog of war had it concealed from us.
Okay, so you guys can see now.
I'm
Yeah,
not
and I
quite
can
seeing
see
anything
from my
yet.
token
Lachlan,
to
I haven't
about...
put you out there yet.
Oh, cool.
Now,
Yeah.
Lachlan, you should be able to see now,
Oh yeah.
and
Yep.
Moby should be able to see now.
Yeah, so I've got my dark vision because there's my 60-foot circle.
Okay.
I don't see anything yet.
You don't see anything yet?
No.
Let me see.
I might be on the wrong part of the
Did you scroll up a little bit?
Did not, but I am now.
Okay, let me know if you got it.
Found it.
Found it? Okay. Gotcha. Cool. So can you guys see the drawbridge to your right?
Yep.
Okay. So, and as you guys are getting closer, Callista, you can definitely, like, there's no doubt about it. This bell in this steeple right inside the town is ringing nonstop.
Mm-hmm. Is the drawbridge up or down?
It's down.
Crap. Yeah, that's...
So it's down, so we could just walk across it.
Does it mean we're welcome?
Maybe it's just a big welcoming party.
Can I get
Nothing's
closer
wrong
so
at
I
all.
can kind of see through the gate?
Sure. You should have control of your token. You can go ahead and move it.
Okay. I don't see anything.
Wolfen's gonna.
Okay.
It looks empty, right?
It
Wolfen's
appears.
gonna
Yeah.
walk over
Go ahead
this
and
way.
go ahead and make a perception check for me, Callista.
Molfen, don't wander off. I'm gonna catch up to him.
Molfen, how far can you see in there?
With my dark vision, I can see.
Guys, wait for me.
Right here is it gets like pitch black right here,
Yeah.
so I can see probably. I'm based on your description and what we were seeing. I'm assuming this is one of the two stone towers we could see.
Yes. Mhm. All right.
Ooh, nice roll.
Yeah, nice roll, Callista. Actually, Callista, you start to hear something in between the bell tolls. I'm going to play it, but I know that you can't hear it.
I'm
But
sorry.
what it sounds like, it sounds like very large wolves growling and barking and snapping at one another. So this is what it sounds like to everybody else.
I love puppies.
Oh, I kind of heard someone's echo, so that kind of helps.
And you said we all hear that, or just Callista at this point?
Just Callista at this point. But Callista, I wanted to let you know that you have seen and heard wolves before.
Mm-hmm.
These sound different.
These are different than dire, or are they like the werewolf kind?
Well, you're not 100% sure. I don't think Callista
I'm
would have run
covered.
into either. I don't think you've run into a dire wolf or a werewolf before, so you wouldn't know what those
Okay.
sound like. But you've run
Okay.
into regular wolves before.
Regular wolf. Okay.
These, although they have the growl and the bark, they sound different. They sound a little bit more guttural. Yeah, they sound
Yeah.
bigger.
Oh crap.
I don't see anything again. It went black.
It went black?
Oh yeah, it looks like.
I think her token's gone.
Oh, her token disappeared.
Really disappeared.
Where did it go? Okay.
Invisibility.
Yeah, where'd you get the invisibility spell at? Are you good now?
I don't know. I have to
Oh, yeah.
find the place again.
I put you right in front of the drawbridge.
Top
Michael,
left.
if you shift ping it, it'll put her right there.
Got it.
Or she's not going to find it. Have to find it on the map.
I can see it again.
Got it?
Yeah.
There you go. It is a very big map, so...
I think
Okay,
we have
so
company,
whatever
and
that
they're
is-
not the good kind.
Company.
Yeah, it does not sound friendly.
Yikes.
And I'm a cat person, not a dog person.
Lachlan, stick by Olfen, make sure he doesn't wander off at a time like this.
That Alzheimer's, huh?
It's bad.
How far away do the wolves sound?
They sound like maybe they're coming from the center of town.
Okay.
So you could barely make it out, the sounds, but... I think
Can I go up to
Zos
the
is trying to
drawbridge?
send us a message.
Yeah.
I can't read it.
Huh?
What?
You were holding,
Oh!
you were
I
holding,
get it
you were
now.
holding your notebook
No.
up like you were like...
It's because I was chewing and I didn't want anyone to see me chewing, so I was like...
I thought it was like kind of like when you're driving down the highway and somebody passes you and they're holding up like a sign that says, "Hey, your taillight's out."
me. Blink once if you need help.
I love it.
Callista, if you're saying that you're hearing noises from in there, are you intending us to go in there and deal with this, or...
Do you have a better idea?
Well, if this is where we're meant to be, it seems we don't have much of a choice in the matter.
We have to help these people.
Moby, this was your
Have to?
journey to get us involved with. What say you?
I mean, you got yourself involved in this. You just stick at the back, keep an eye out for Lachlan. I don't want him doing anything
Well, they're
What,
bickering.
me?
I'm
like this.
gonna walk up to there.
Yes, you.
Okay. Yeah, Callista, you should start to be able to see inside a little bit.
Yeah.
So you're seeing inside, and you can still hear that growling and what appears to be almost like it's kind of like if you heard two dogs fighting over a toy or a bone or something like that,
Okay.
but much bigger, much deeper,
Yep.
guttural sounding.
What time of day is it?
It is just after dark, so probably like, I don't know, maybe like 9 p.m., 10 p.m., something like that.
Okay. Can I cast dancing lights
Absolutely.
ahead of me, like in, like I guess this area? Where? How do I ping?
Just click and hold down.
Yeah,
120 feet. 120.
120 feet ahead.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like 100 feet ahead.
Nice. Let me see
That's
if I can.
a range and a half.
I'll find a token that you can use for lights. Let's see. Oh, here's a sparkle. Sparkle. Here, I'm just gonna use this.
Jazz hands.
Use that. And I'm
You
gonna
thought
give
we
it
didn't
some
see it? We
light,
saw it.
And I'm gonna give it. How much light does it emit? Is it like a torch?
Range 120 feet. Let me see. You create up to 4 torch-sized lights within range, making them appear as torches, lanterns, or glowing orbs that hover in the air, and I can move them as I want.
So it's 4 different orbs.
Yeah.
So here,
Wow,
I'm
not
gonna
bad.
create one, and then I'm gonna copy and paste here.
And each light sheds light in a 10-foot radius. Not bad.
Wow.
And that gives you 40 feet worth of light.
Benefits of purple skin.
Okay, so if you scroll over,
Yep.
I
I
put
can move
4. I'm gonna give you control of them.
Okay.
Let me go to Callista here and give you control of them. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and recopy and paste these, so that way you'll automatically have control of that one and all these. So you should be able to move those now. Can you control them?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, can you see any of the objects?
I can see the one org,
Uh-huh.
just like on the very edge of my peripheral. I can see the org.
Yeah, and what you can see is you're actually looking at its backside,
Oh god.
and it is ripping and tearing at something on the ground, with another one kind of seems like it's pulling against whatever is on the ground, ripping and tearing it as well.
What do you see up there?
Really big dogs that are kind of eating something.
Something.
Something like something possibly human?
Human? Yeah, maybe.
Go ahead and make a
I signed up for.
make a nature check, Callista.
Okay.
Look, let's not assume the worst. I'm sure they're just playing.
Maybe it's just
Yeah.
a cow.
Yeah.
What am I looking? Nature?
Oh, but poor
Nature.
cow.
Yeah, you don't have enough light on it. Not sure what they're chewing on, but you know that they're fighting over who gets to eat the most of it.
Okay.
Moby, why don't you go up and help her out? If we're gonna deal with this, we might as well get it done with.
I'll walk up and help as well.
Now let's get this done while they're distracted.
So
Yeah,
deal
I'm
with
just
it.
gonna-
What are you guys implying?
We're just gonna try and talk it out, I guess.
We're gonna talk it out with some wolves, y'all.
I'm just gonna wait for them to catch up to me. I'm not rushing in.
I would cast some. Could I cast something on them while we're like hidden from them if they're in like my line of sight?
Yeah, as of this point, you guys are seeing that these glowing orbs have not even attracted their attention, because they are so occupied on what they're eating. They're not really noticing anything right now. They are so involved in this food that they've got.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of hide around the corner. So I can still see them, but I just want to be off the side.
Okay. Well, I would cast Bane on them, but my computer is freezing on the website, so I can't do that.
It won't let you cast it.
Yeah, no, I'm frozen.
Oh, I see Bane on here though.
Yeah, I rolled it a couple of moments ago.
Yeah, go ahead and do you want to try to log out and log back in real quick?
Maybe. That might be what I need to do. Just like exit out of the web page and open a new one.
So it says that Bane's range is only 30 feet though. So you would have to, you'd have to get closer to be able to cast that on them.
Okay, however close I need to get, I'll go, and then I'll cast it. But I'm gonna do the exiting and then leaving thing, and then coming back.
Yeah, try to come right back, and we'll hold on to it.
So, Michael, what's this big circular thing below me? Well, to my right.
That big circular thing is a boulder that's embedded into the ground. It's a little bit taller than you and a little bit wider than 4 feet.
Callista, have they been doing some redecorating around Nightstone? Is there a reason this is just out in the open?
I don't imagine I've been to the city often.
You guys can notice that several of these structures in here have holes in the roofs. Some of the homes, like Callista, if you can see, I think what you should be able to. Let me see if you can just barely see it, but right here used to be part of like it looks like a bedroom that's been completely smashed in by a rock.
Okay. Do these look like catapult items, or like they dropped on them?
It does not look as if they hit and then rolled or bounced. It looks like when they hit, they just stuck.
Okay.
So your best guess is they came from straight up and were dropped down.
Can I look up? Is there anything above us?
Other than a relatively clear sky,
Nothing?
nothing.
Maybe they're renovating.
Well, if you guys are gonna do something, do it quick.
Well, I'm back, but I'm not like back. But
Okay.
Bane is gonna happen at some point.
Okay. What would the rest of you like to do?
I want to slip into the shadows now that things are getting a little bit intense around here.
Zos, I'm gonna move Diana into where everybody else is for right now.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I know she said she was going to be moving up with Moby and Callista originally.
Yeah.
Yeah, so whenever she moves, I'll head up with her.
I can see things again.
There you are. Now we can see your
Yeah.
So Mofin is going to prepare, well, depending on what everyone else ends up doing, he's going to prepare to cast one of two spells, either a cantrip or a level 1.
Okay. It appears that these two beasts up ahead are continuing to rip and tear. One of them kind of breaks. One of them, the one that's got his like rear end towards you guys, like seems to have broken something free from what he's eaten, and kind of like struggles to get it down, but he's really like chomping on it.
But are we doing this now, or are we waiting for something?
Okay, I'm gonna try and stealth forward and cast Bane on them as close as I can get to where I can get them.
I'll move
Fantastic.
so there's like a shadow, so you can go in the shadows.
Nice. So Callista starts to move her dancing lights a little bit to give a little bit more shadow. So because you did that, Callista, I'm going to give Diana advantage on this stealth check.
Sweet.
Thank God, because I have -1 dex.
I'm gonna move up with Diana as well.
You're gonna stealth up as well?
Yeah, but I wouldn't be stealthy.
You're just gonna walk down the.
I'm not gonna walk next to her, but I'll be just walking up.
Okay.
It's taking a while. Hang on.
Yeah, you just went black again on my screen.
Dang it. It was working so great earlier, too.
Part of it is probably this map is really big and it takes a little bit of your browser to load it.
Yeah, I had to turn off seeing everyone's video because it was like just so like.
Yeah.
I rolled
There we
dex.
go. Yeah, we got it rolled. It came
Yeah, there
through.
it is.
How in trouble am I?
Even with advantage,
you're-
you rolled a 6.
Oh, great job, me! That clarity's like really low.
So yeah, you're heading up towards the two beasts up here that you see. Oh, I'm moving Molfin by accident. I'm sorry. You're starting to move up through. You're kind of keeping to the shadows over here by this. Looks like a crude wooden fence that encloses some type of garden. And as you're moving, you're just making a ton of noise. You're kind of sloshing through. The ground is still roughly wet, and this isn't. I know it looks as if it's like a kind of like a cobblestone ground or something like that, but it's really just like a muddy area, and you're like sloshing through it as you head on closer. So you wanted to get within 30 feet to cast Bane, was that correct?
Yeah.
So within 30 feet would put you about right there.
Is that she's walking up? Molfin's just watching that whatever it is.
Okay. And as she gets to within this 30 feet, Diana, you see both of these creatures turn their heads abruptly and immediately cast their eyes upon you. One of them has what seems to be a piece of this dead carcass of what looks like to be some other animal hanging out of its mouth. And all of them have what looks like fresh blood like stained all over their faces. They look like wolves, but they're a lot bigger. And I'm going to see if I can give you guys a character handout. I think I have a handout that I can show you what they look like. Let me see if it actually is in here. See if I've got one. Oh yeah, here it is. Won't let me show it to you. Hold on one second. It should let me show you now. Show to players. Show to everyone. Can you guys see that?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
That's what they look like. Now, they don't have a creature sitting on the back of them. But you do notice, Diana, because you're close enough now, that they do have a crude saddle on the back. But they have these huge, broad shoulders, almost like that hunch. And their faces are bare of fur, but they have so many sharp teeth wrapping around. And like I said, their faces are like stained in fresh blood right now.
Puppy.
So what I'd like for everybody to do is, for the first
Am
time
I
in
able
this
to fire off
campaign,
that spell I was talking about, or no?
I would have allowed you if her stealth would have worked.
Fair enough.
But she gave it away. So turn order. What you guys need
No
to do
worries.
is click on your token. And with your token selected, go to your character sheet and then click the initiative part on your character sheet. It'll roll it and automatically add you over into turn order.
Come on, shiny. Yes, decent roll.
And I'm going to go ahead and roll initiative for my two little friends over here. Oh my goodness.
Oh, so cute when they roll that low.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, why are we missing...
Let's see.
I'm getting there.
Okay, Diana got a 17, Callista got a 19. Let me go ahead and I'll
add
add you guys.
Oh, forgot to click the tokens. That's fine.
Yeah, that happens.
Let me just add.
Oh man, I thought that 17 was me. That was Diana. Goram it.
Should be able to just add you. Add turn. There we go. Diana rolled the 17. Awesome. And then we've got Callista, who rolled a 19. Nice rolls, everybody.
Sure.
So, Lachlan,
Yeah.
you all of a sudden hear the snarling, tearing noises stop. And you can see Diana ahead of there, but just barely within the lights that you see that Callista's got going on. And she just stops in her tracks. What would you like to do?
Now, am I still hidden in the shadows from earlier? Or
Yeah,
at this point, am I exposed?
you're just standing on the drawbridge back here.
Yeah.
Not really in the shadows per se,
Okay.
but you're still a good bit away, ways away. And right now
Sure.
they are completely focused on Diana, who thought she was going to sneak up and just boom. So
Absolutely. I'm gonna close within about 80 feet here. Let me figure out how I can get to 80. Let's see. Oh gosh. How do you do like a distance check in this thing?
With the ruler. So you were back here. So you got 25 feet of movement. So you're back over here.
Okay.
As closest you can get.
Let's see. And then how far am I from about here? Where? Oh, the ruler. I see.
Yep.
yeah,
Oh,
you're-
so I'm just a little short of that. All right. So I'm gonna pull out an arrow
okay.
and let loose at the nearest warg here.
All right.
So now, since I'm firing in my longer distance, do I have to do anything special here, or do I just
You make the attack at disadvantage.
at disadvantage? Alrighty. So at disadvantage, I'm using my short bow.
Come on, Lachlan.
So
Hell of a roll for disadvantage.
Yeah. So Lachlan moves forward, gets an arrow out of his quiver, fires the short bow, and it sticks right into the shoulder of the warrior. Go ahead and roll a damage for me. If you just click on short bow right there in the
Oh yeah,
chat,
the word short bow, right? It'll roll damage.
it'll roll your damage for you.
Okay.
Yep. And it sticks in there
Nice.
deep, and you hear the warg just cry out with this awful howl. As now, Diana, as you're standing there, you see the feathers of an arrow sticking out of this beast in the front, still drooling as it's looking at you, but now is kind of turning its gaze everywhere, wondering where this attack came from. Anything else you'd like to do, Lachlan?
That's about it. These guys are sturdy.
That is it. Okay, so Callista, what would you like to do?
Let me see. Yes, I'll get closer. Can I stealth?
Oh yeah,
Stealth?
sure. Go ahead, make a stealth check. We'll just make this a straight out one because they are aware of people now. So. Oh,
Nope.
no.
They hear me too. They hear me coming.
Yeah, they hear you coming. They hear you coming and pretty much see you coming as you're making your way up. As you're coming around the corner of that fence, your cloak gets snagged, and you're like, ah! Yeah.
And I'm gonna hold my action until they make an attack.
until
close
they
to me.
until they get
Closer.
closer to you.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Just remind me. I'll write it down.
Yep.
But remind me.
Yep.
Awesome. So she's
Just
gonna hold-
wanted to call out real quick while we're in the middle. One of our
Oh,
viewers
yeah.
is watching is congratulating Lachlan on his shot. So
Thanks, Sergeant.
Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah,
make sure we appreciate our fans who are watching.
It was all in a day's work, you know.
yeah. And I'm gonna apologize to everybody on chat on Twitch. For some reason, mine has just been loading this entire time, and I can't see any of the Twitch chat. So, but please, I encourage you, go ahead and chat up a storm on there. I think Matthew can definitely see you guys and respond back to you.
Yeah, I think I actually think a couple of us are in there.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thanks for watching. Okay, so Callista's gonna hold her action, and Diana, are you?
I've been sitting here for the past like 10 minutes trying to figure out Bane, and I can't.
Okay,
Oh,
it's a level 1 enchantment. One action.
I mean, I'm trying to figure out how to like put it in, so that way like it's in like my spell list, and I can just click it and it rolls.
And it won't appear in your spell list on your character sheet. You have to go into the spell book because it's not a damage spell.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
So
actually.
it's the same way with like a lot
Oh
of
yeah,
mine.
you don't have to roll, right? Do you?
Yeah, for
No,
Bane,
it's
it's,
just they
actually
make the
I have
choice.
to roll for
Saving
them.
throw.
They have to
Yeah.
save against it. So you automatically just cast it, but they have to be able to save against it. So they have to make charisma saving throws to avoid being Bane. So let's,
Cool. So I'll just
So let's
cast
see,
it.
Let's see how this goes. Some Bane going on.
You're a big guy.
There are so many monsters in here. I'm going to try to find them here. There they are. Charisma saving throws. I need to make 2 of them. Oh. So here's the first. And here's the second. I'm sorry, I have it on to me
Oh,
only.
forgot to turn off Whisper.
Yeah, I forgot to turn up Whisper. That's my bad. Anyway, the first one rolled a 12. What is your spell save DC, Diana? I think it's 14, isn't it?
14, yeah.
Okay,
I thought that I was talking
Premature
and it
celebration.
wasn't.
the second one, unfortunately, rolled a 15.
Oh.
So the first one is definitely affected by your Bane. And what does this look like when you cast it, Diana? What is this? What does your character do, or what does this look like? Can you describe it for us?
I'm being put on the spot. It just goes, and it's like, and it just looks completely like badass. Like her hair is like whipping in the wind and stuff, and she's just,
Nice.
you know.
All of a sudden, there's this divine breeze that blows through Nightstone and just starts to whip through Diana's hair as she's.
Put my hair back and forth.
Yeah, there you go. And you can see in the eyes of this front warg, almost like his facial expression changes a bit to this terrible beast, almost like this sense of weakness that you can see in his eyes whenever you hit him with that. So I'm gonna put a little tag on so that we remember that he is baned. So,
Oh, it kind of. Oh yeah. I was gonna say it affects 2 creatures, and I was like, no, the other one saved it. Never
yeah,
mind.
the other one saved against it, so he still looks just as vicious as he was before you casted the spell. Would you like to move?
Yes, I would like to run. No wait. I'm like, I have a mace. I'm fine. I will move towards them.
You'll move towards them?
Yeah, I want to fight.
Okay.
It's like, what?
Do you have control of
I'm
your character? Are you able to move?
Am I able to move? What?
I didn't know if your computer was allowing you to.
Oh yeah, I just have like a bunch of stuff popped up. I've got like cleric spells and Bane and my character sheet all like taking up my screen. I'll try and move myself. I will. I'll go right there.
So moving a bit north into the to the town a bit. Nice. Okay. Anything else, or is that going to finish up your turn?
That's all.
Okay, Molfin, you're up.
Okay, so he's going to hobble his way over. Oh, that's my roller. We're going to come over this way with take a couple of steps past where Lachlan is, so you can step over here and get sort of a lay of the land. As walk by. Well, it's about time you did something useful. It seems it's still alive, though. And with
guess I
that-
can't ever do anything right.
And Molfin is going to cast a first level spell to try to help out Diana.
Hey, thank you.
Oh, look at this.
We are going to put a
Grease lightning.
big block of grease, 10-foot square, literally right in front of where right between Diana and the wargs.
Awesome.
I want to see if I got Okay. Yes, I have Sacred Flame as a cantrip. So that's for next time.
Oh no.
So yeah, Diana, all of a sudden, in front of you, as you move into this position, you see this black liquid just start to bubble up and form on the ground in front of you. You're not quite sure from where you're standing where it's coming from, but it just forms this big, nasty puddle in front of you. It looks very slippery.
The Molfin sort of catches his breath for saying, "What is that? A little hotter than I thought it would be."
You still got it.
Is that the end of your turn, Molfin?
Yeah, that'll end the turn.
It'll bring us to Moby.
All right. Sorry, I'm going to whip my head around and look at Lachlan. I'm just going to say, after we're done here, we're going to have a long, long talk. I'm going to move forward towards Diana.
Okay.
Hello.
Round's there. Then I want to cast a minor illusion.
Uh-oh.
And you know those standard, like, comical cartoon, like, big old turkey legs?
Yes.
Yeah, I want to cast one of those just in this first cube of grease here.
Oh.
It's, like, really tantalizing, like, it's beautiful.
Let
It's
me see if I
fantastic.
can find a little turkey leg on here that I can put on there.
A big turkey leg covered in grease. Yum.
Oh, yummy.
Turkey
Man,
leg.
no,
This is gonna be awesome.
Oh man, there's a turkey
Oh.
and premium asset. Let's see. Well, I can't find a leg, but I can find a whole turkey.
That works.
So there's a whole turkey there.
Oh my god.
What? Jesus Christ.
So Diana, after seeing all this grease bubble up in front of you, now all of a sudden, like on the farthest end of the grease puddle, you see this giant turkey leg. Like it's almost like a 3x5 turkey leg. Just
Is it Thanksgiving?
appear in the grease.
My God, it's giving me turkey.
Now this
Bless you, elevator.
What the hell is going on?
That's how gnomes do it.
Oh, the image can't create smell or any other sensory effect. Oh, I thought it'd be kind of cool if it smelled like, this nice fresh turkey leg, just, oven roasted.
Oh, that
ready
would
to
be
go.
so perfect.
Sweet. Anything else, Moby?
I'm just gonna hope it works.
All right. So we go to the front. Warg is the first to go, and he, as he's watching Diana and seeing this happen, he looks towards the leg and awkwardly turns his head just a little bit to the side, and is going to make a check. I think they have to make an investigation check, which would be intelligence.
That's right.
Which is
Yep.
which they're not very skilled in. I'm sorry, I forgot to unwhisper the rolls, so I'm gonna do that now. Never whisper rolls. There we go. That's what I wanted. Cool. Sorry about that, guys. He rolled a 7. So he does believe that is a 3x5 turkey leg, and he
Does it look?
runs towards it. And as he gets to it, he tries to scoop it up into his mouth. And when he does, it basically vanishes. Correct?
Yeah, he will just pass right through it into the grease.
So he passed right through it and starts to slide on the grease. Let's see.
That is a dex save he's got to make now.
He's got to make a dex save now. So as he starts to slide, he makes a dexterity save.
And that is actually going to make it.
And he
Although doesn't he
slides
have-
through the grease and gets to this other side and just comes to a halt right here next to Diana.
Thanks.
But unfortunately, he used his action and his move. So his turn ends, and it becomes the other warg's turn, who also charges after Diana. Let me look at the grease description. Yeah, these guys aren't very intelligent. So he's going to run through the grease as well. And he is going to have to make a dexterity saving throw, which he will do right now.
Yes, that's a fail.
And that's a fail. And he slams down into the midst of the grease, sliding up basically chin to your feet, Diana. And he's on the ground prone, but he is lying there like right in front of you. Now,
Can I use my action?
Yeah, go ahead. Let her rip, Callista.
Am I allowed to do a druidcraft fire on that oil grease?
Does druidcraft include fire? Because I think
It is. I can light a torch or a small campfire.
Oh.
Go ahead and click on druidcraft so I can see the description on the.
Sure. I don't know if it's allowed, but
Well, I'll take a look at it. Sounds like it might be. I just want to make sure, and it probably saved me a lot of time with that. Yeah, there we go. Tiny, harmless sensory effect.
Yeah, but if you read the last bullet, you instantly light or snuff out a candle, torch, or small campfire.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you for that,
So-
JJ. The first one might... yeah, that's after, though.
Oh, yeah,
I
I'll
don't
do
know.
that after, yeah. Yes, so, Callista, what does this look like as you try to spark up the grease underneath the body of this
I want
orc?
I want to start it like right by his face, like right by his eye, and just kind of like hold my hand, go
Awesome. So you guys
start
all
it on his
watch.
face.
Callista's been really focused on what has been happening in front of her. You could just almost tell within this last just few seconds, she was just processing everything, and then all of a sudden she just reaches out her hand like this, and flames start to ignite all the way around this puddle of grease, starting at the warg's face. And you can see that flames start to wrap all around its fur, catching its leather, crudely made leather saddle on fire as well. And this thing is completely consumed in area of flame. And oh my goodness, Diana, the smell is just terrible. The smell of burning grease and burnt hair. As this thing almost like
Burning puppies.
with the grease being there, it was like instantaneous, like having lantern oil all over the place. And so what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna have to improvise some damage here.
Yeah, I know it's not really a damage attack, so I was like asking if I'm allowed.
Well,
to do that.
there's a spell that's like produce flame.
I know I can do produce flame, but I just grabbed the druidcraft and said I can start a fire with it, like a
What-
campfire at the very least.
Yeah, what damage does produce flame do?
Let me check. I think I
I
have
think
it
it's a
here.
D8.
Yeah, I've got my book right here, too. I'm flipping through.
No, I don't have it up.
Produced flame is 1d8.
Okay, well here,
That sounds right.
here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a Callista, roll a D8, and then roll an additional D6. That'll be its initial damage, and it will be on fire. So it will roll a d6 for every turn it comes up, unless it puts the fire out.
1d6.
Oh, you rolled a 1 on the d8.
Wow.
Oh,
Oh.
man, goodness. The dice were not good to you.
Well, I've been having really good rolls. It's got to even out.
Yeah. But yeah, it's almost like as it starts to ignite, it kind of rolls out of the grease a little bit, so that way it doesn't take the initial, but you can tell that this warg his fur is burning. He is on fire. You can hear his flesh. Diana more so than everybody else. His flesh is like bubbling a little bit under the flames. Wow, that was brutal.
I need a smoke when I'm stressed, so.
Callista means business. Don't mess around with Callista.
Yeah.
Awesome. So that was her held action. That warg, they're done. It goes to Lachlan.
All right.
Before we jump to Lachlan, Michael, you got to roll a d4 like JJ remembered for that first warg. He may be in the grease and on fire too.
Yes, gotcha. I will roll that one.
That's a Bane.
And we'll see if he
Need a 3 or a 4.
3 or a 4.
3 or a 4, and he fails.
Oh, I think he rolled a 4.
So that's -4. So he fails. He would have still,
Yep, he
potentially
actually-
still been in the grease. So
Well, yeah. What we'll do is we'll say he was in the grease too, so he also takes that 4 points of damage, and he is also on fire. And he is prone.
thank
just
you,
a little
Diana,
bit.
for that Bane.
Yes.
Hey.
Great spell. So now we've got 2 flaming wargs that are both lying in front of Diana in a puddle of grease that is on fire.
That's
in the back,
exactly
you
what
did-
I wanted to happen. That's perfect.
I'm standing 90 feet away from all this, being like,
That was awesome.
Okay.
Well played, adventurers. Well played. Lachlan, what would you like to do?
I guess
as you're seeing this chaos ensue in front of you.
against my better judgment, I'm going to move a little closer.
Okay.
Let's see here. So I got to check real quick what my distance is. Go up to about here. So moving closer to get kind of a better shot. Now they're both prone on the ground, burning right now,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. They are on fire in a puddle of fiery grease with this dark black smoke pouring up, billowing from both of their bodies and the puddle of grease. Diana's just standing there like, yeah. And
So now how's... I guess...
Diana's
being
like,
that they're prone-
Diana's got, you got a shield, right, Diana? She's got
Yes, I do.
She's got her shield up, like trying to not get so hot next to all the flames. And
You guys have made a mess over there, haven't you? I guess I'm gonna ready another arrow here, and I don't know that I have a great shot on either of these guys since they're prone, but I'm still gonna take a shot anyway at the warg that I haven't hit yet.
okay, sounds good. You'll be making this at disadvantage because of it.
At
being
disadvantage,
prone.
yeah. They're prone.
It's advantage if you're melee and they're prone.
Right. Unfortunately, I'm a bit far for that right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and
So
Oh,
and Lachlan, that boulder you're standing next to is almost as tall as you are.
I'm kind of leaning against it.
bracing for the shot.
Yep. Boom. Ooh.
Yeah, he releases, and you're kind of unsure where you're exactly aiming because of the smoke billowing off the back of the creature, and it just you barely miss it, but it casts over top and just disappears into the smoke. Anything else you'd like to do, Lachlan?
That's the end of my turn.
All right, Callista, you're back up. Yep.
I'm showing her mic's muted. I'm not sure if she's trying to. Oh, there she
Okay.
is.
Yeah, you got it.
It's all the smoke.
She needs
She's
a,
joking.
she needs a
It's
drink
getting-
break.
It's getting to
Needs
her.
a drink break, and while we're on a drink break, I would like to say, hey, Mountain Dew, thank you. Remember, I'm really working on it. I'm working on this endorsement deal, man. Come on, I'm working it.
Oh, if he's going to go that route, BBC One.
Oh, that's
Doctor
awesome.
Who as well.
That's really cool.
YouTube, please don't flag me for copyright infringement.
And my local market's Apple. Yeah, support local businesses.
I love it.
Some other stream show.
With your D&D friends.
Oh, awesome. It's all good. Actually, if you guys want to, this is actually a perfect time to take a short 5 to 7 minute break. Are you guys cool with that?
I can finally eat my pizza.
Sorry.
It's all good. Christy, I was going to suggest that we take just a little bit of a break. That way
Sure.
you guys can all get refilled on drinks or go grab another slice of pizza or whatever you need to do. And we'll be back here with continuing on with Callista's turn once we get back. So those of you that are tuning in tonight to watch, I just want to thank you so much for coming by. Make sure you hit that follow button so you can get notified next time that we go live. We'll be streaming live with Storm King's Thunder every Friday night.
JJ!
We've got a we've got a wonderful cast here, and we'll be back in about 5 to 7 minutes. So in the meantime, just sit tight, and we'll see you soon.
Everybody look up JJ's booty shorts.
That's what's bringing the viewers in. It'll work the moneymaker.
I'm a little horrified by that thought.
Yeah.
Right back.
Well, welcome back, everybody. We just got through with our nice little quick break, and as of right now, our adventurers have made their way to Nightstone on a diplomatic mission to try to speak some peace. Unfortunately, they found Nightstone in a bit of disarray as the temple bell continues to ring constantly. And as the adventurers entered, Callista was able to identify a couple of wargs that were chewing on something in the center of town here. And as Diana attempted to sneak up on the creatures, ended up making enough noise for them to notice her coming. But through some intelligent antics from our gnome friends, there is now 2 wargs that are knocked prone, currently on fire, with lying in a puddle of grease that is blazing hot and on fire due to Callista's druid craft as she ignited this puddle of grease. And Moby, drew them in with a giant 3x5 turkey leg that he used as a minor illusion to fool the stubborn beasts into thinking it was a nice, easy piece of dinner. So, Callista, that brings us back up to you. What would you like to do?
I want to move up to here, and I want to use a thorn whip on this guy, the second guy farthest from me.
Okay.
And I want to pull him into the warg and the fire.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. I love it. Make it happen.
And then, one d6. So what's a melee spell attack? How do I roll that?
Basically what you do is you roll a d20 and you add your spell attack bonus, which should be on your, if you click on your spell tab in your character sheet, it should say on the top right what your attack bonus is for your spells.
6.
Okay, so you're going to roll a d20 and add 6. And as long as that beats the creature's armor class, you hit it. And actually, because it's a melee attack, you have advantage because he's prone. So you can roll it twice and take the higher number.
Okay, so that and like that. I'll take that.
That second one will definitely work. Yes. So Callista, can you describe to us what your thorn whip looks like?
Yeah, it's gonna be a vine coming out like from my feet, and it's going to wrap around the farthest one's neck and pull him head first into the gut of the other one, so they're both in the flame.
Awesome. And go ahead and roll a d6, because it does piercing damage as it wraps around its neck and tears into its hide.
I'll take that.
Wow, yes. Nicely done. Diana, you hear a yelp from the warg beside you as this thorny whip wraps around its neck, and all of a sudden it starts to slide this way. Well, I'm grabbing the dancing light for some reason. Yeah, it's starting to slide, and they both slide, and it bumps into this one. They're both now in the fiery grease, engulfed in flame. They will take damage at the beginning of their turn. Anything else you'd like to do, Callista?
That's a cantrip, right?
I believe it is, yes.
Does that mean I can do another spell, or is that like a bonus action, or is that...
Usually you can only cast one spell a turn, so that counts as attack. But if you have anything that's like a bonus action, then you can do that as well. Some people have them, some people don't, so it just depends on...
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
I'll stay there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Diana, in front of you are 2 wargs engulfed in flame, greasy pool of flame. What would you like to do? They are both still knocked prone.
Okay, which one did Callista hit?
She hit the one to your left as you're looking at them, and she started to
how
pull.
bad?
She pulled it into the flames even more, and it bumped up against the other one.
Okay, how bad is it looking? Like, is it like about to die?
Well, I mean, it's got these lacerations all around its neck from the thorn whip. It's got the arrows actually on fire that was in its shoulder from Lachlan. Like the feathers have all but burned off. Patches of its fur are gone. It's looking pretty bad.
Okay, I'm gonna hit it with a mace attack.
Excellent.
And yeah,
Just bring it right down.
yeah, the two ladies in the house, we're gonna like get this. You and me, Callista.
The two ladies on the front line. I love it.
Yeah. I'm rolling, right? Or am I not?
Yeah. You go to your character sheet and click on in the middle. It'll say attacks. Just click on mace.
Okay, I did. It's just I'm waiting for it. Yeah, it froze again. It froze again. Here we go again. Every time I want to do something cool.
Do you want me to go ahead and click the roll for you?
I mean, I would hate to be an inconvenience, but sure.
It's okay. It's okay. If it doesn't mind you. If you don't mind, I mean.
Yeah, no, I don't mind. Go ahead. Whatever keeps the pace going.
So I will come over here and I will hit it with a mace, and we will see how it does. And you have advantage as well, so you rolled a 19.
I do? 19. Cool!
So your mace hits, and... Oh, unfortunately my damage roll is probably not as good as what you would have rolled. But yeah, you slam your mace down on top of this burning large creature, and you just hear a yelp as you come up and slam down into it. He's still alive, but he's not looking very good, Diana. But he's on fire, but he's alive.
Sorry, Callista. Didn't get him.
Oh, hey, there are your rolls.
There are your rolls.
Yeah.
I rolled better for you.
Nice.
I don't know if that 11 would.
It took like 20 minutes for that to pop up, and they were terrible.
Wow.
Wow.
So would you like to move or anything, Diana?
I thought you were gonna ask me if I wanted to use my rolls instead, and I was like, no, we're good.
It's already done. We're good.
I'll take like 5 feet back and get away from the flaming dogs, because
Matthew, when creatures are prone, can they not? They can't make opportunity attacks, right? Or can they?
They can, but they're at disadvantage.
Okay, so if you move back, Diana, the one that's laying in front of you will get a chance to like snap its jaws at you, because you're kind of, it's like you're trying to run away and it gets almost like a free chance, but it will be at disadvantage because he's laying on the ground. But it's totally up to you. You can stay put and not have that chance, or you can back up and give him that shot.
man, try me, fool. Let's go.
Okay.
Huh.
So the one warg is going to try to bite your foot as you're moving away from him. But he will definitely be at a disadvantage because he is on fire and laying there. Not a wolf. I want a warg. There we go. So here's its bite. Does a 13? I don't think a 13 will hit you. Nope.
I don't think so either. I
Nope.
don't know.
So you can go ahead and can you move your token? Go ahead. You can move it wherever you would like to go. As you're moving away, he snaps at you, tries to bite your foot, but just gets nothing but air, and his jaws just snap shut. You hear the chopping of his teeth just like slam shut right behind you.
Yeah, cool.
Is that the end of your turn?
Sure is.
Okay. Molfin.
Okay. So, Molfin is going to slowly meander along the same path he's been moving, taking basically the same approach Lachlan has. Is just sort of moving up to keep an eye on what's going on. And he is actually going to reach out and shoot a firebolt at that one that has been getting picked on by Lachlan and Diana and just about everybody else.
All right.
So this is range, so this is a disadvantage as well, I believe.
Mhm.
So let's see. What did we do? Decent. Oh! Wow, talk about opposites.
Yeah, so the firebolt, as you cast it, go ahead and describe to us what it looks like when you cast the spell, Molfen.
So it stands there, puts the staff out in front of him, and reaches out and concentrates with one hand, sort of twisting and releasing a small bolt of flaming energy.
As the flame releases and goes flying towards the warg laying there, it kind of almost gets consumed by the greasy flames around it and just kind of dissipates within. Doesn't really seem to do anything as you cast it on in there. You're struck with a lot of pride at yourself for the grease puddle that is now just consumed in flame.
Moby being close enough, we'll hear in the background, I really must look at my book again. I don't remember that spell saying it would burst into flame like that.
Yeah, it's totally you.
Yeah, Molfen is just he thinks he did all of this. This was his doing. He did it.
That little flame that happened right in front of Diana was no way he saw that.
All right, does that end your turn, Molfen?
Yeah, that'll end it.
All right, Moby, you're up.
Lovely. All right, I'm gonna step up, right next to Diana, about here, and you know what? I'm gonna grab down at my little belt thingy that I got around my tiny pants and get the whip out.
All right. Moby.
And kind of like wanting to look like I'm, doing something and not just slacking off. Like half-heartedly, like attempt to whip at this thing on the ground. Try not to hurt it too much.
And that's with advantage because it is still down. As the whip cracks, because you were kind of like not really trying. You're just kind of like half-heartedly like whipping at it. The whip snaps like right in front of his face and doesn't even touch it. Like it just as you pull back.
It sounds like a wet fish slapping the ground.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Anything else you'd like to do, Moby?
Just reel my whip back in and kind of shrug.
Okay, the first warg that's up has to take Callista. Go ahead and roll a d6 for us, because it's going to take this much fire damage for being on fire.
Ooh.
Nice roll. You guys, as the warg starts to stand up, slipping in this fiery grease, you hear it give out this awful, like, last-ditch howl as it goes and just falls back into the grease, completely motionless. And doesn't appear to show any signs of life. And we go to the next one. Go ahead and roll one more d6, Callista, as this one is also prone and on fire. Oh, vicious.
Whoa.
So as
She's
the one
really irritated with the headache.
as one just like falls into the grease motionless, the other one lays out its same kind of howl of pain and suffering, and but it's able to stand up. What do they have to make dex checks to stand in the grease, Molfen?
I can't hear you, Matt.
Yeah, I can't hear you if you're talking.
I coughed and I muted my mic again. Yeah, when the grease appears, each creature standing in its area must succeed. A creature that enters the area or ends its turn in there must also succeed.
So
So it says enters the area or ends its turn. So actually, no, I don't think they would need to from the wording.
because he's not entering or exiting. He's
Yeah,
just
he's
standing.
already in it. Yeah.
Okay, so he is going to use half his movement to stand. He's still on fire, but he is going to actually, being on fire, he is actually going to try to run. Let me see how far they can move. Wow, that's pretty good. But he's also going to have to make a check to see if he doesn't slip out of here. So he is going to try to make it to here if he doesn't slip and fall first. So he is going to start slipping and sliding on this fiery grease, whimpering in pain as these flames are just consuming his fur. And he's going to make a dexterity saving throw.
Big fail, baby. Big fail.
Oh, that's going to
Oh,
pass.
that's an easy
That's a-
pass.
And this warg, whimpering and panting, just runs. It's still on fire.
Do I get attack of opportunity?
Callista does.
Yeah.
So, Callista, if you'd like to take an attack, it'd be just like
Yeah.
a basic standard attack.
Like my staff?
Yeah. Mhm.
I'll forego my attack. I feel bad enough.
Oh, no.
Yeah, as the creature starts running away, it's like slipping. You're kind of having a hard time like gauging where to hit, where to target it as it's like sliding. The smoke's kind of getting in your face, and it's just really hard. You whiff right over top of it as it runs away. So yeah, that will end that warg's turn, and that'll bring us back up to Lachlan.
All right. So this thing's starting to, it's running away at this point, right? I don't see. Oh, it's out of my range, I think.
Yeah.
Well, actually, that's a good point. Would we be able to see it? Because I know it ran off into the dark,
Oh, you guys.
but
can't
it's
see
on
it?
fire.
Yeah, it's on
Yeah.
fire. Here, I'm gonna give it some light. Okay.
Yeah, it is
cool.
on fire. It's a walking torch.
Yeah, that's what I'm
He
thinking.
He is a walking torch
Yeah.
right now, so all players are gonna see sight. Do you guys see that now?
Yeah.
Oh, now we do. Yeah.
Yeah, he's on fire and he's running away. It's just kind of
True.
leaving out these horrendous squeals of pain as he's completely consumed by fire.
Yeah. So the fact that this thing has a saddle means to me that he's evidence. So I'm gonna move forward and try to finish him off before he goes back to whoever owns him. So to that effect, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I can go about this far. And distance-wise, it's gonna put me within.
Oh yeah.
Within
Oh, yeah.
shot. Alrighty. So I'm gonna prepare another arrow here, and
Oh no.
oh no,
Uh-oh.
oh no.
Lachlan fires this arrow, and Callista and Diana and Moby, you guys all watch as this arrow goes flying in between all of you and disappears over this house behind the warg. Like completely over the house.
Oh,
Nice.
it was probably for the best.
Just trying to scare it.
Well, anything else you'd like to do, Lachlan?
That's about it.
All right.
I'm just gonna kind of look away.
Callista, you just saw Lachlan miss horribly.
Yep. I'm gonna follow it to there,
Okay.
and I'm gonna be within 15 feet of it, right?
Yes. Mhm.
I'm gonna do a thunder wave.
Yes. I love
I mean,
it.
it's burning all my spells, but I'm not letting this thing go away. Okay,
Bring it down. Oh, Constitution save. But 14 or better. Let's see. Con. 14 or better. And he
so half
takes-
damage.
Yep, he will take half damage. So that's rounded down will be 4. 4 points of thunder damage. What does this look like when you cast it, Callista?
Well, because it's like on myself, so I'm like pushing it towards, trying to push the warg. Obviously, I don't push him, but I'm trying to push
Oh yeah.
the thunder at him.
You guys see Callista push both of her hands out, and this loud thunderclap just ensues out from everywhere from around her. And the warg, you can see it stumbling a little bit as it's running away. It seems to have
By the
had.
way, they know we're here.
What's that?
By the way, everyone knows we're here.
Yeah. that loud thunder kind of echoes off of some of these nearby buildings through the center of town. And would you like to do anything else, Callista?
That's all I can do.
Oh,
and I'm gonna move. I as a bonus action, I can move these, right?
I believe you can. Yes.
So.
Yes, as a bonus action, you can move the lights up to 60 feet to a new spot within range.
Then I'll
here's a light must be within 20 feet of another light. So
20 feet?
Yeah, so they have to be within 20 feet of each other.
Okay.
Yeah, so 4 blocks.
Yeah,
So it'd be
4
like...
blocks away, yeah.
Okay. There.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. That brings us to Diana.
Oh, the warg is still alive?
The one that's running away is still alive, yes, but the one in front of you is a nice roasted piece of meat right now. It's just lying in the fiery grease.
Yum! I'm gonna move as far as I can to the other warg, so it's like 30 feet.
Mm-hmm. Did you want me to move your token, or can you move your token?
No, I'm trying to move it. We'll
Okay, gotcha.
see how that goes.
Gotcha.
So I pressed the buttons. We'll see when it catches up.
Okay. What would you like to do once you get to your spot?
I have a dagger, so I'm just gonna throw it at it.
Okay.
Once I get to it, give me like about a quarter of an hour, and we'll be there.
You moved up 1 square on mine.
Oh,
That's 1 square of progress.
Yeah.
I'm at my character sheet. I'll put the actual coordinates in a second. I'm gonna just try and move on to the character throwing thing. Jeopardy. Okay. that flopped. Never mind.
Did you click on the dagger?
Not yet.
Okay. Not letting you.
I need some like elevated music.
No, it I think it froze again.
Okay.
Yeah, I just reset. I'm showing your camera's frozen, but I don't know if that's my connection or not.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go ahead and move your token about 30 feet.
Okay.
And then
Go ahead.
you're 25 feet away. I'm not really sure what was the thrown dagger range.
2060.
Is it 2060? So this will be at disadvantage because it's a little out of range for a thrown dagger.
Okay.
But it's up to you. I mean, you can still do it.
I'll still do it. I want to do something, and I don't want to waste spells, so.
Okay, I will go ahead and click on your dagger so you can throw it.
Okay.
And even with disadvantage, it hits.
Oh!
Hey!
Yeah.
So as you're running up past the one that's burning over in the pile of flames and smoke, you pull the dagger out and you throw it towards the warg, and it sticks into his back hind leg. You hear another yelp of pain as it pierces him for 6 damage.
Ooh.
Nice. That's the most that could do.
We are rude. I think we're all grumpy from the trip.
Yeah, here
Killing
I'm killing my own creatures, guys. This isn't fair.
Sorry.
No, those are Diana's rules. She's doing excellent.
Yay.
I told you Elmater was the way to go. See?
Was.
You listen to Elmater and roll like a queen.
So yeah, you guys can. Callista can definitely see that this dagger shoots into the back of this warg. You hear another yelp as this thing sticks into it. A little bit of blood starts to drip down his hind leg. He's not looking very good. And that brings us to Molfin.
So
Yeah.
Molfin's gonna. That is a ruler. So Molfin's gonna hobble his way around this boulder, just up past Moby, a little away from that giant flaming pile of grease. And say, "Let us give this another shot," and let it go with another firebolt.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
I have the luck of the Lachlan.
Runs in the family.
So, Callista, above your head flies a bolt of fire energy that soars over top of the warg and slams into this structure behind you. It almost looks for a second that it's going to catch the wood on fire, but then starts to fizzle out into this nice patch of black ash along the wooden planks of the building.
I think we're winning.
I think we're winning.
And I have a +6 to attack rolls with that. And as Molfin sees this happen, the head whips around to the right, looking past Moby. Lachlan Namfoodle Felser Slankbetter Stephen Greenies, how dare you cause me to have such a hideous mistake such as that?
How is this my fault? You've had hundreds of years of practice.
I've been doing this for less than a year at this point.
Having a little giggle, Moby, it's your turn.
I'm going to ignore kind of what everyone else is doing. I'm going to walk to Lachlan.
What everyone.
What were you gonna? Oh, walking over to Lachlan.
Just going to be like, yeah, just going to be like, look, you're surrounded by bad influences here, but I'm going to teach you two very important things. One, we never attack first. Two, we never attack a creature that is fleeing from us.
That's pretty mean, though.
That's it.
That's all you're doing, Moby?
Oh my god.
That's
Okay.
it. Yep.
All right. As Moby says that to Lachlan, Callista and probably Diana can hear this. You hear something cry out. Hey! That's my mount! What are they doing? And then all of a sudden, you see Callista. Can you see at the top, like right hand?
Yep.
These two creatures. These two interesting-looking creatures. They're shorter creatures, probably like 3.5 feet tall. Wearing very crude, like hide-like patch armor. They both pull out these really crude-looking short bows, and they fire 2 short bow shots at you, Callista.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find them. There they are. I'm going to change it to Never Whisper, so that way you guys can see what's going on. Okay, so here comes the first. And the second.
Ooh.
I don't believe a 12 is going to hit you.
Is it my armor class?
It is. Oh,
It just
it
hit.
just hits. Oh. So these
Oh,
two,
crap.
both of these arrows come flying into you as you're just.
I'm down.
Are you
I'm
down?
almost down.
Oh, you're almost
I'm
down.
1 hit point. I'm
Oh.
on my knees probably.
So yeah, Callista kind of falls to one knee as these two arrows are just stuck out of her. And Diana, you can definitely see that she's in quite a bit of pain. Molfin, you actually saw this happen as well, but you're not really sure where the attack came from. But you can see that she has these two crude-looking arrows sticking out of her, and she's not looking too good.
Oh wait, is it my turn?
It is the ward's turn, the one that's not dead.
Okay.
That one's still cooking. He might be a little overdone. And this guy is going to this warg is continuing to run. And he can get to about here as he's running down the street, yelping in pain. And actually, go ahead and roll a d6 for me, Callista, because he's still on fire.
Ooh, another 4.
Oh, another 4. He is barely hobbling around right now. He's like dragging the one leg that has Diana's dagger sticking out of it, and it's like he's just like barely dragging through as he's yelping and just completely consumed by flames. Callista, you can see he's leaving a trail of smoke down that path as he's running. You can hear these creatures kind of cough a little bit as they inhale the smoke. And that brings us up to Lachlan.
Uh-oh, we've got trouble. Let's see. I think at this point I'm trying to see what I have visibility into. Not an awful lot. I'm gonna move a bit closer to the action here. I think I can move to about here. And from here, I think I can see these guys and they're within range. So one of these guys that fired his short bow at Callista, I'm gonna send an arrow his way as well.
Nice.
Boom.
Wow. Yes.
All right.
The front guy, is that who you're aiming at?
Yeah, the front guy.
Okay, yeah, you unleash this arrow. It goes flying towards him and sticks him right in the center of the chest. Go ahead and roll some damage for me. Oh!
Dang!
Lachlan, go ahead and describe this to us as this thing falls.
All right, so basically, you know, I've taken this arrow out, and I've eyeballed him a little bit, aimed up a little, let it soar, arcs through the air gloriously, and then kind of just, you know, comes down and bears right into his chest.
You just hear one last little ah as it just falls over. The short bow goes flying up in the air out of his hands. You see, as he lands, just this quiver just empties of all his short bow arrows all over the ground, and there's just a body laying there with this arrow sticking out of it.
I call dibs on the arrows.
Anything else you'd like to do, Lachlan?
I'm just gonna stand proudly at this point.
Okay. Callista, that brings us back to you.
I'm gonna hobble to behind Cleric and ask her.
Yeah, I was gonna. You want my turn?
That's my action. Kill me.
I got you, girl. I got you. Team all over here.
Callista like falls into Diana's arms almost as she like.
Not looking very good.
I hold her, like, you know, like bridal style, and I'm like, it's okay, team tall. I got you. It's my turn after hers, right?
Yeah. Do you want Are you gonna do an action or anything, Callista, or is that gonna be your whole turn?
I'm gonna hold my action in case someone comes up to me.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Diana, you're up.
I will cast healing word, I guess, and that'll be my So I'll healing word her. I have to get to the thing. I have to get to the thing again, you know. As I do.
Am I allowed to do healing word on myself or no, right?
Good question.
I think you can.
I think you can.
Because if that's the case, I'll do it. I wasn't sure if I was allowed to do it on myself, though.
Healing word.
Yeah, a
Thanks,
creature
Argent.
of your
Actually,
choice.
yeah, casting time's only one bonus action, too. It's instantaneous. A creature of your choice that you can see within range regains hit points equal to 1d4 plus your spell casting ability modifier. Yeah. Any creature of your choice within 60 feet of you.
Okay, I'm gonna do it myself then.
Are you going to cast that on yourself, Callista?
Yeah, as my action.
So you can roll. Yeah, there you go. Oh, wow. Good roll.
Wow.
So if
That's
Better?
max. That's max roll.
So if you click on your token, Callista, and you see the green bubble above your token,
Yeah.
you can. There you go. Perfect.
Yeah.
So
That's
actually, when Callista walks up to you and kind of stumbles into your arms, Diana, you hear her like uttering these
Get yourself together!
these incantations and stuff, and all of a sudden, like one of the arrows like completely falls out of her, and it almost like the wound, it wasn't even there. The other one falls out, but you can still see a little bit of kind of scarring, or you can see the blood where the arrows entered, but you can tell that she must have done something to heal herself a little bit as she was stumbling towards you.
Okay.
You don't have.
You
don't
got
have
this.
to. You
And I
can
drop
you can
her
hold
and I run towards the war.
Okay. Callista just falls into the muddy ground a little bit. Diana takes off. I'm out of here.
Team Tall has turned on themselves already.
Team Tall is done for now. You got you. I'm going.
Excellent.
I
So
got myself.
Okay, so I'm gonna not go for the dog anymore because the dog's running away. I'm gonna go for the actually dog's near. Never mind. I'll go for the warg again and try and hit it with the mace attack if I can get close enough.
okay, do you want me to go
Within
ahead and
30
move you?
feet. Yeah.
Actually,
I
when
think
you get to about here, Diana, you can see to the right there is one small creature that looks kind of gruesome and grotesque, is lying down on the ground with an arrow stuck in it, with other arrows just scattered around it. And there's one looking quite concerned, holding a short bow, looking down at his dead friend. As you come, and they're closer than the warg who's running away, and honestly has lost all use of its hind legs at this point, and is just barely running with its front legs pulling through.
And that's the warg?
Yeah, the warg is about 20 feet farther away than this little creature, who's standing there with an arrow knocked in his short bow, but he's looking down at his buddy like with wide eyes, as he just totally got taken out in one shot.
Aw. Okay, I guess I'll go for the warg again, and am I near enough to make like a melee attack?
No, you're still this is as far as you can go with 30 feet of movement. So you are about 30 feet away from the warg, but you're about 15 feet away from this other creature.
Okay, well, I think that I have Sacred Flame, which, like, goes far, so
I believe it does.
I think it's like a 60-foot, like, range or something.
That might be. I think so. Let me check. Yep, 60 feet.
Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna rush up, and, like, as soon as I get, like, as far as I can, I'm just gonna, like, Sacred Flame all of it.
Okay.
Boom.
He has to make a dexterity saving throw
Okay.
in order to avoid this.
My spell DC is, like, 14 or 15 or whatever.
I think it's 14. So here it is. And he crit both of them.
Oh,
21.
That was rough. Oh, that was rough.
So as you cast,
Oh shoot!
this energy starts to form, but he rolls just out of the way, and the aim is just a little bit off, Diana.
It's okay.
And anything else you'd like to do?
No, that's it, I guess. Wait, is Callista still in like a range for like a healing word?
She is. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then I'll cast healing word on her.
Okay.
And
So,
yeah.
Are you able to click the dice? Are you able to roll?
I think I can actually.
Okay.
It's functioning a little bit.
You're gonna roll a
yeah,
D.
you're moving now.
You're gonna roll a D4 and then add a. It'd be whatever your spell modifier is, which is a 6.
Okie dokie.
So a D4 plus 6.
Okie dokie. I just have to get there, and I can click it on the spell.
Yeah, you can click it on. It should work on the spell, or you can over to the left. There's like a toolbar, and there's like a picture of a 20-sided dice over on the left side of the map. You can click that, and you could select 1d4, and then put in a plus 6 there if you wanted to do it that way. It's either or.
Okie dokie. I think I just rolled this.
Okay. There it is. Nice.
Wow.
So Callista, you feel some excellent divine energy fill your body as it completely closes all the wounds that you've had. So you are full health now. All right, that'll end Diana's turn, I believe, because that's an action move bonus. That brings us to Mulfin.
Okay, Wolfen's gonna again still looking sort of down over his right where he yelled at Lachlan a few minutes ago, and look at Moby and say, weren't you supposed to be helping the tall ones? What are you doing snooping around back there? And then we'll step a little forward, step to over here and see what he can see. And actually, you can see a little guy in the distance.
Okay.
So
that little guy is looking down, still looking down with wide eyes as as there's another creature that looks like him just lying there, not moving.
Looks at the staff, looks at the hand.
You got this.
This is going to work one of these times, and
and it does work finally. Everybody, success! Yes. So, fire is
runs in the
unleashed
family
from Mulfin and strikes the other creatures, catching them off guard a little bit as the fire makes its impact along its skin. You hear it yelp in pain as the flames just kind of dissipate and explode from his chest. He kind of stumbles back a little bit, and that brings us to Moby. If Mulfin doesn't have anything else to do.
Nope, that was it. Yelled at one of the kids and shot something.
It's a good turn.
That's a good round, man.
It's a good round for the old man.
All right. Moby,
my head's gonna follow Lachlan as he runs off. Lachlan, don't run away while I'm trying to talk to you.
There are things out there.
Then move up next to Lachlan, and now I see a tiny little hideous creature.
Yep. It's a tiny little hideous creature that is still in shock from what happened to his friend, and also just got blasted with a firebolt.
Look, we'll talk about this later, and I'm gonna grab the whip out. Just have it ready. Can't do anything else yet.
Okay. So you're just holding on to the whip?
Yeah.
Okay. So that brings us to this little hideous creature. He's like holding onto his short bow. He's looking down. He kind of stumbles back from getting hit with the flames. And he's like, oh no, I don't get paid enough for this. I'm out of here. And
I hear that.
he starts to run after the warg. He's like, hold on, wait. And he uses his action to put out the flames on the warg. So this little guy is coming up, he's like patting the animal down. Like he gets like some of his crude armor and he takes it and he just starts like patting it down with this like piece of leather hide, and he's like just beating the warg with it to try to put out the flames. And he eventually gets all the flames out, but there's still like, you can hear the thing is sizzling and like smoke is just pouring off of it, and it's just like yelping in pain. But he put the flames out and is able to do that on his turn. It's the warg's turn, and the warg continues to run as this is all happening. And he gets to this part in the street and makes a turn to this way when he can't go any farther. As he's just dragging his hind legs behind him, trying to find any way to get out of here. Lachlan, that brings us up to you.
I look over at Moby with kind of a hint of an apologetic look on my face as I keep charging into battle.
Oh, there'll be hell to pay.
So I think I can go up to here. And I think at this point I still have line of sight to the little guy that's running away, from what I'm seeing here, if this is accurate.
Yeah, you do.
So unfortunately, his escape might be cut off at this point, considering he may be a tactical threat to me.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
All right.
Yeah, get roll damage.
Oh my god.
So Lachlan moves up, pulls out another arrow, just lets this thing fly at a nice even arc. And it's like almost a slow motion like sequence as this arrow flutters down and strikes this creature in the back of the neck, going right through it. And he you just hear a quick as it falls to the floor or to the ground in the muddy trail, face first, motionless.
Your last two attacks, you crit the damage.
So, any more things that you can do, Lachlan?
No, at this point I'm where I am.
Like, that was nicely done.
Yeah.
Callista,
It runs in the family.
Callista, you are feeling a ton better than you did at the beginning of your 6 seconds ago. So.
Yep. I'm fine. Hurt, but I'm fine. I guess I will go here. And my action, I guess. And as a bonus action, I don't know, are these still up because it's concentration?
Oh yeah, good point.
Ooh.
Thought I should mention that. Forgot about it. Well, I took
Well,
damage
well-
twice.
Yeah, go ahead and it's half the damage, isn't it, Matthew?
It's half a damage or a D10, whichever is greater.
Okay.
So where she took less than 20 damage, it would just be a straight DC 10 for the check.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a, I guess it'd be Constitution.
Yep.
Constitution save, and you just have to beat a 10 to keep them up.
That?
Oh.
They're out.
Yep, the dancing lights go out. All right. You can use your action to dash, Callista, giving you another amount of your movement if you'd like to do that.
Sure.
Okay.
Fine.
Okay.
Can I druidcraft to light a torch?
You can, yes.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that.
Okay. So what I'll do is I will go ahead and put some torchlight on your character. So Callista pulls a torch out and uses druidcraft to ignite it as she's running past Diana, trying to look for... Oh yeah, the warg is not on fire anymore, so I'm going to take away his light that he was emitting from being on fire. Cool. All right, that brings us to Diana.
Okay. So the two dudes, Pojo and Tot, are both dead now, right?
Yeah, the two dudes that you presume their names were Pojo and Tot are dead.
Well, it says that in their
Sit on their dog
character.
tags.
Their names are Pojo and
Yeah.
Tot.
I wanted to make sure you guys saw all the names because
Diana.
everything in this campaign is named, which I think is awesome. That Roll20.
That means they had a life. They had a story.
They had families.
Now they
And they both died of arrows to the
I
throat.
was gonna say, well, now they have two gnomish arrows sticking out of them.
Mm.
Oh.
Get ready for that talk, man.
I don't know. Fine, I don't think that's how that one works. I don't have any more spells or anything, so I'm just gonna move and just go towards where more enemies might be.
Okay, so are you going to kind of follow the warg?
Yeah, I'll follow the warg where it's going.
Okay.
Just to see.
So I'm going to move you your whole movement then 10, 20, 30. You move past the dead body of what you believe to be named Pojo.
I mean, player knowledge, not character knowledge, but yeah.
As you pass by, you can see he's just completely laying there motionless with Lachlan's arrow out of the back of his neck. And there's just this pool of dark blood, like that his face is just laying in on the muddy ground. And as you're running by, you can hear the clucks of chickens. And
Chicken!
to the right, inside.
Don't attack them. The whole town.
What
will
looks
attack.
like it looks like there was a bunch of to your right there's a fence with a gate that is opened, and a couple of the chickens actually start running out of the gate, kind of clucking and moving rapidly as they're kind of fluttering out of there. It seems to be some kind of area of kind of chicken coops in here, that where these two creatures had come from.
As I pass Pojo, I'm just gonna say a quick little prayer for him, like, may your soul rest in peace, buddy. Talk to.
And would you like to use your action to dash and move your movement again?
Please. Yes, please.
Okay. If you cut the corner of this building, you can get within range of the warg, but you won't be able to attack it this turn because you're using your action to get there.
Okay, okay.
You want to do that?
Yes.
Okay. So Diana is running up to this creature that is like dragging its hind legs across the ground. No longer on fire, but still very hurt. And that brings us to Molfin.
Okay. So, looking around, there's not much going on that he's aware of.
Yeah, you just saw like Callista and Diana just start booking it down that alleyway.
I really don't see a need for me to go chasing after these fools if they're going to keep doing this. What is this little thing next to me?
And actually, Molfin, as you walked past there, you stepped in something squishy and nasty, and it was where the wargs were chewing on this carcass of what appears to be a dog. Possibly somebody's house pet from this town.
How absolutely repulsive!
See, it's good that I
Leaves
shot
things
first.
of this. Ugh.
Yeah, it wasn't very pleasant. That is a
what-
it looks like kind of like a cart somebody would use, just a standard push cart.
Is it low enough that Molfen would be able to sit on it?
Yeah, Molfen, you could get into it. Yes.
So Molfen's going to finish his last little bit of movement, hop up and sit down on the edge of the wagon, and start cleaning whatever it is off of his shoe. Ugh,
Do you
cannot believe that.
do you have a staff?
Yeah, I've got a quarterstaff that.
You're like scraping it off your shoe with your quarter staff. I guess.
Absolutely repulsive. Lachlan,
That's
why
on
did you
your
not
shoe over
warn me
there.
of that material right there?
And that brings us up to Moby.
Alright, I'm easily distracted. All the lights are out, so I'm turning my attention to this big gaping hole in the ground.
Okay.
Seems reasonable.
Can I, yeah, can I walk up to it and like, look down into it?
Oh, absolutely. It's a big gaping hole. Go ahead and make
Really?
go ahead and make an
Interesting.
investigation check.
It's perfectly safe to jump down face first.
Um, you think this is just a hole? It's about 5 feet, 6 feet deep. It's just a pretty big hole.
Yep. I just look at it. I'm just looking down at it. I'm just giving myself a nod.
It's just- Moby's just like, you guys see
Find
like,
any gold in there?
That's a nice hole.
Moby's head, his bright red hair just disappears as you see him just like look down into this thing. He's like on hands and knees, like looking down into this thing.
Interesting. Where's the sound of this bell coming from? Is there an area specifically?
It's coming from behind you. There was a building that you passed whenever you came in that had a large steeple. It's coming
Alright, well,
from
I'm
that
assuming
steeple.
I'm just going to assume that someone's in there, like a survivor or something, that's hiding from these animals. So I'm going to head there.
Insightful.
So you still have what, 20 feet of movement?
Yep.
Okay.
There. Yeah, I'm just going to start making my way there.
Okay.
I'm easily distracted, guys. Sorry.
So that brings us to the warg, who is going to continue to run, and seeing Diana coming up pretty quickly behind him, is going to really try to pick up his pace. So he's going to try to sprint away, but you will get an opportunity attack, Diana. So if you can, you can make a free mace attack as he runs away from you.
I don't know if I want to hit him anymore. I feel kind of bad for him. I kind of just want to see where he's going.
Okay. So he
Follow him.
he's
Keep
gonna
following
follow-
him.
Okay. So he is going to get all the way, because he's using his dash. He's going to get all the way to here. And Moby, as you're walking towards the sound of the bell, all of a sudden you start seeing the creature that was on fire before. He's dragging his back feet. He's barely able to move, but he's like hustling as quick as he can, just clawing into the ground, the muddy ground, and just pulling himself as quick as he possibly can. You can hear him like huffing and puffing as he's growling as he's coming in your direction.
Can I use my reaction to fall flat back on my ass?
Sure. And that brings us up to Lachlan.
So, I mean, having lost sight of the warg, I'm a little shocked to see it come out from a alleyway that I never anticipated.
Yeah, it's the same one. You can tell it's looking pretty bad. It just starts rolling back into the picture.
I'm getting way too close to my dear comrade. So I think I'm gonna try to dispatch him here.
Go ahead and roll your damage, my friend.
Okay.
Okay. Describe what this looks like to the viewers at home, Lachlan, as your arrow sinks into its skin and takes its life.
So having seen this filthy beast bounding toward Moby, who at this point is dropped to the ground, I'm wondering what's he even doing. I prepare an arrow here. I draw my string back. I watch, and I'm kind of like leading him a little bit ahead. I let it fly to where I know he's gonna be, so that it just like sinks right into like his belly.
Oh, nice.
From the side.
And as it does, Moby watches in astonishment from his tailbone as the creature just slumps down, face smacks into the muddy ground of the town square. And you guys are now officially out of encounter.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna head back to where the rest of the.
Yeah, I would have head back the moment I saw him sit down.
Okay, you're gonna head back. So you didn't. You're gonna kind of like wrap around this building, Diana, probably to come back.
Okay.
Back and follow them. As you pass, you saw that this one building up here at the top. Basically, a corner of it is completely crushed in by a boulder. And as you guys are walking around, you see all these boulders just like in various places all around Nightstone.
And
once everyone's gathered around, I'm going to snuff out the torch.
Okay.
Make sure I can see everybody before I turn it off.
While they're investigating, I'm recovering ammunition.
Yeah, I want to recover my dagger and then investigate stuff.
Okay, how many arrows did you fire off, Lachlan?
I used 6 of them.
Okay. Go ahead and make the one that you threw over the house is completely gone.
Fair enough.
The one that sank into the warg who was burning is burnt and completely gone.
These things happen.
The one that you just put into the warg, you can get out. One out of the 2 that went into the goblin, you can get back. So we'll say you gained 3 out of the 6 that you tossed.
I was lucky.
And then the goblin had some, didn't he?
Oh.
Yeah, they do. But these are, Lachlan, you're used to firing a lot better arrow.
These are like savage, weird arrows
Yeah,
that like
they are
would
crudely made. Definitely not a make that you would you could take.
I don't want to be seen in public shooting stuff like that. Yeah,
that's kind of like what they are. I mean, you can take them you can take them.
Yeah. I'm I steal valuable things, not garbage.
Yeah. All right. So at this point, you guys can pretty much decide what you want to do. But what I'd like to do is, since we're almost at 11 p.m., we're almost the end of our stream time, everybody can kind of just tell me what your character is going to focus on. We'll kind of do that and just finish up there. And then we will call it a night from there.
Good.
It seemed like it went so fast.
Yeah, it really does.
Well, I know maybe would be interested in sussing out the bell sound.
Okay.
So yeah.
Moby's heading back towards the temple.
And that once Molfin got the entrails off of himself, he'd be doing the same thing.
Gotcha. So
Gramps, wait for me.
So it looks like Callista's headed that way as well.
Diana's gonna retrieve her dagger from wherever it was. I think it was in the burning wolf. And warg.
Yeah.
And follow the rest of the group towards the tower.
Okay.
Gotcha. The tower is where is the same thing as the tower, right?
Is it this one?
Here, I'll shift ping it for you.
Oh, that one.
Yep. Because the steeple is right here.
Okay, good. So that is the church. I was like, Diana would want to know about the church.
Do we see an entrance?
There is actually where Callista is approaching would be is the main entrance, but at this
okay.
point, since you guys are all kind of collectively doing the same thing, we're right at 11 p.m. So this is where we're gonna end for tonight. So, wow.
Good job, guys.
Yeah, good job, everybody. Once again, I just want to thank everybody who was watching, everybody who tuned in, and also all of you who will watch this on YouTube once I get it posted up there. Next week, unfortunately, I will not be able to run a live game next week. So we are going to be off next week. But what I will do is I will rebroadcast this episode during our normal time. That way, if anybody would like to tune in and watch or rewatch and relive the adventure, they can tune in and catch up on what happened in episode 1 so that they're ready to go for episode 2 when you guys start heading into this temple that the bell will not stop ringing in.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's been ringing. Like, you guys will go back and listen to this and watch it on YouTube. It's been
ringing the whole
entire
time.
I can't wait. I can't wait. I haven't heard it.
You really can though.
Like, the whole concept with that bell is to just drive you mad. But
Short trip.
Working.
yeah. So once again, thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks to Team MZ for all the support and for supporting small streamers like us who are just trying to get our names out there and just try to do some good things and entertain others and have a good time as well. So
And if you are still here, thank you very much, Argent Moore. You hung out with us for just about the entire stream, so want to make sure we call you out by name.
oh yeah,
Argent.
Arjun, thanks a lot. We appreciate you watching
Publicly
and hope that you'll
shamed.
publicly shamed. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching us tonight. And once again, not next week we will not be live, but we will rebroadcast. And the week after that, we should be live pretty steady on Fridays from then on, because I'm pretty much free after that. So we are in good shape. And also, if you are bored on Tuesday and you need some good D&D to watch live, go check out DM Matthew with Curse of Strahd. It's also 8 to 11 Eastern Standard Time, as he leads his band of adventurers through that creepy adventure. And it's a fantastic one to watch. It gets really creepy. I started out playing with them, but then I didn't have the time with this stream going, so
Got too creeped out.
I got out just in time. I got out just in time.
That's
Just
what it
after a
was.
turtle jumped off the
Spooky.
cliff.
Well, before we go, I wanted to ask you players. I want to give you guys the opportunity to vote or cast a ballot in for a character that did something either roleplay wise or combat wise that stood out as a pretty amazing thing that they can be rewarded for starting next session, as kind of like a player incentive that you guys kind of vote on. Does anybody have anything that pops out of what
Lighting the grease on fire.
The fire was
Yeah.
the fire was
Yeah.
that, yeah.
I was gonna say Callista or Molfin's grease and then fire.
Yeah, that was like a tag team.
I think it was a good
Destruction.
tag team effort. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
You
just
know-
waiting for it. The moment he put it down, I'm like, oh, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, that was like teed up. Well, I like the turkey too. The turkey was magic.
Yeah, it really did pull that little three-way combination in there to make that work perfectly.
Yeah.
The
Well,
turkey was
we
the
have
rug
to-
that tied the whole room together, you know? Like,
Well,
Here's what I'll do. Here's
but
what
if
I'll
you do that, you got to also give it to Diana though, because without Bane, that first one would have gone right through it.
Yeah. Here's what I'll do. Here's what I'll do. Since Callista's fire drew the most attention first off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give Callista a point of DM inspiration, which that means that before you do anything, you can say, hey, I'm going to use my inspiration, and you will automatically get advantage on that roll.
Ooh,
For
Cool.
if it's just like a basic roll. If you have disadvantage, what it does is just make it a normal roll.
makes it a straight roll.
Yep. Now, I'm also going to reward you with a free nat 20 for next game that you can use on anything that you want. But remember, the rules as written states that it's only an automatic hit if you use it for an attack roll. If you use it for a skill check or something else, it just becomes a
It's
20
a 20.
plus your modifier. It doesn't mean you automatically get it, but it gives you a good chance.
Okay,
Does that make sense?
kinda.
Kinda, yeah. It's D&D rules.
If I get confused, you can explain it to me again.
You got it. So what I'm gonna do for
Yeah.
everybody else, give yourself a point of DM's inspiration that you'll be able to use. Now, I'm going to be strict with this, and especially Matthew and JJ. This goes for you.
I know where this is going.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
The way
They have used this in the past.
the way inspiration works is if you don't use it next session, it goes away.
Oh.
I didn't-
Use
I
it or
didn't-
lose it.
I didn't explain that correctly the last time we played in a campaign, and I had guys holding on to their DM's inspiration for months. It's like, come on. Does anybody want to use this?
Hey, most of us were using it, at every session or two. We didn't hold it long, and then there was one that went on for like 9 months, I think.
Oh, that's sad.
But no,
That's sad.
I'm pointing that out right now because I want you guys to use it. Because then it limits the amount I can reward you. So I want to be able to reward you guys during game for doing cool stuff. Lachlan, you were just a vicious assassin that day.
Yeah.
So
I was bringing street knowledge to those guys.
No.
Street knowledge helps. There you go. Yep. Well, does any of you have any announcements or anything that you'd like to say before we close the stream tonight?
2 weeks. What? So long.
Usually I eat all my food, but I've got a banana left, so I'm gonna put it up for
Oh.
auction.
Okay.
Is that gonna make a whole Twitch stream of you eating the
We will do a live raffle in chat next time
Oh, no.
to raffle off JJ's
I'll autograph
banana.
it. I can't.
It may be a little rotted by then,
Aw.
a couple of weeks old.
Yeah, maybe, but I mean.
Is it
go for
like
it,
a
go
fine
for it.
wine? Is it like better with
It's
age? Is it?
banana
Oh, man,
wine?
you want to eat these while they're fresh? No, it doesn't work like that.
Well, once again,
Pretty much when they're yellow. Yeah.
on that note, we will call it a day. So, thank you guys for tuning in. I want to thank all my players. That was an awesome session. And
That was
Yay.
fun.
Definitely.
It was
Well
a
done,
blast, and
guys.
I cannot wait till next time when we get to episode 2 when you guys check out this temple. So we will explore Nightstone a little bit more in detail next time. So everybody who watched, thanks for tuning in. We will see you guys next time, and I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope to catch you next time. If you didn't get a chance, hit that follow button so you can be notified when we're live. And bye, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Bye.